Welcome everyone to the season 41, the AU Grand Final. It is the ultimate showdown or rematch from Land Down Under. Struck Minds versus Soirée. Today I'm on analysis with Ghost.
Hello, how's everyone today? I am excited for a probably a long night of gaming and watching some epic Team Fortress 2 action in ozfortress.
Yeah, absolutely keen for this one. As I said before, it is the rematch from LAN, and obviously, I mean, everyone here has to know how that went down, right? Like,
correct.
Probably the greatest Australian LAN ever. So it's going to be really interesting to see how these guys play out. But we'll talk about the rosters and some of the changes, I guess, well, specifically Struck Minds has made. I'll get you to start off with Struck Minds.
Sure thing. So Struck Minds, we've got Dork on the Flank Scout, Robot or Sheep on Combo, Fane on Roma, Tachyon Pocket, Matt Demo, Doge Medic. So Struck Minds pretty much have just remained almost the same coming from LAN, obviously with a few changes, being Tachyon taking that pocket position off of Lex. Lex is on their roster, but he just moved to sub. And then Dork, I think that's the only change, correct? If I'm not mistaken, sorry. Dork moved from the, I think it was third place LAN team onto side of Struck Minds, taking Andrew's position on Flank Scout. I forgot about that, sorry. So Andrew moved to sub. So overall, I think it's a positive change, definitely, yes. And I think it's actually probably, I'd say, one of their stronger rosters to compete against, obviously, their opponent and obviously their main rival being Soirée in this game and in the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And just before I go into Soirée's roster, I'll quickly just touch on the roster change with Tachyon and Dork. So obviously, the change from Andrew to Dork impacts the team heavily. You know, Liam has a lot of experience to the team, like more control and experience than Andrew does. Andrew's a great player, don't get me wrong, but I think Dork ties the team together very well. And Tachyon, on the other hand as well, very new to
top prem,
playing. He's been in the community a long time. He's got great DM, but individually he's had the most significant improvement throughout the whole season. So it'll be really interesting to see how he plays his game and what he does. I think he has great potential to do really well. But I'll go on to Soirée's roster. So nothing has changed since LAN. We have Suba on the Flank Scout, Cookie on Combo Scout, Down Roma, Connor Pocket Scout, Enrith Demo, and Lau Medic. An absolutely devastating roster. These guys are the best of the best in Australia. There's no one on that roster specifically who is, I guess anyone could say or maybe they shouldn't be there or something. They all individually are amazing players.
Yeah, and I mean, apart from that as well, everyone, this is like a grand final where obviously last season where people on and off playing game, everyone in both these teams, everyone's been playing pugs, everyone's been scrimming, so everyone is in actually good shape. No one's, rusty or hasn't been playing consistently or whatnot. But then, as you mentioned, Soirée, the rosters pretty much stay the same, and that's the one thing where I think Soirée do have the advantage is consistency. This roster hasn't changed. They have the same main caller, same everything, same classes, nothing has changed. So they're just playing with the same players, obviously from, God knows how many seasons back. It's been a while now, obviously with some minor changes, but from LAN to here, it's been exactly the same. And the one thing that Soirée have that I feel like is a really, really good advantage is just in general, just how calm they are when things go horribly wrong, and just obviously because they have been playing together for such a long time. Obviously, while aside of Struck Minds, you have the two changes. However, as you mentioned earlier, when you bring in Dork, who's got a lot of experience, I think that's also really beneficial for the side of Struck Minds.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll mention the obvious, Sheep on the roster of Struck Minds, arguably one of the greatest players to come into the community recently as well, which is insane. But I just wanted to touch up on that briefly about how their team almost revolves around Sheep. The players individually are very good, don't get me wrong, but it almost feels like they rely on Sheep to do well in order to win the maps. And this is something I wanted to talk about with their roster just briefly, that I think at LAN, when they were it was such an incredibly close game.
Yeah.
I think the reason for that was because these players that weren't sheep stepped up. Like Lex, Fane, and Andrew had absolutely insane games in that second half towards the last 3 maps. Like they played incredibly well, and I think in order to win tonight, they're gonna need that kind of energy again. Obviously Lex not being there, and Andrew as well, but like for Dork, Tachyon, and Fane to all step up and just have an absolute insane performance, I think will seriously get them over the line. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. But obviously, speaking about the game, obviously it's really important for a game if we don't have maps, which obviously we do have coming up on the stream now as well. And obviously with the veto, I remember we discussed this briefly, this was off-stream, wils, about the maps, picks and bans, and some trends we saw in the season, and it's pretty much sort of what we discussed, sort of that was almost correct, and what we sort of all pretty much agreed to of what would occur.
Yeah, absolutely. So looking at it now, it looks like the first pick that came straight out was Gullywash for on the side of Soirée, which I think is absolutely the best pick they could do. Gullywash has been an absolute slaughter for these guys. Like they, and I've watched a lot of their scrims recently as well. They have been extremely dominant, and not only that, for it to be the first map, obviously Struck Mines start off pretty slowly. Like they've always it's something like in the last 3 or 4 seasons they've lost at least the first map. Like there's only been 1 season where they've won the first map, and in saying that, even at LAN, they lost 2 maps, one of them being Product, which is one of their greater maps, right? Yeah. So they obviously start off very slow, and for Gullywash to be that first map, I think it's going to be an absolute slaughter. It's
going to be a hard map just to warm up to, just specifically like the mids, they're not very I'd say scout friendly. It's more soldier and your projectiles, and it's going to take a while, and if, as you mentioned, Struck Mine take a while to warm up, who knows, it might be even just, devastating, and this potentially even could be just a 3-0, stomp for Soirée. And also, especially, I also have been keeping an eye on scrims, and to be honest, Soirée, they have been pretty dominant on Gully from scrims, but obviously officials are different, so who knows, Struck Mines could definitely take it. Obviously, we'll see what happens. And then, obviously, Clearcut gets picked by Struck Mines, which I think is definitely a really dominant map for them. From what I've seen in the past scrim results they have in the past couple days and last week or so, Clearcut has been pretty well favored for the side of Struck Mines. They have been winning them, to say the least, close / occasional dominant wins, but then again, it is scrims. We'll see how it transitions into officials, but that's a map where I can see Sheep and Dork just sort of taking over, and obviously, again, as you said, Matt as well helping Sheep, obviously providing the damage for him to just clean up on.
Yeah, Clearcut, Def at War, any CoF map really, absolute scout masterclass, and Sheep especially. I think Clearcut, well, it's either Clearcut or Product, but I think Sheep is very good at Clearcut, and he has the potential to do really well. I would say that it's their favored map. I think it'll be close, but they would take it most of the time. But in saying that, something that's really important that I think that they will struggle a lot with is Enerith on Clearcut. They really need to be careful of the damage he does. Like he is insane. He murked for my team recently when we played against them, and we literally almost beat them on Clearcut because Enerith was just that much of a hard carry. Like they need to be so careful of the damage output this guy can do. But other than that, I think if they keep him under check, they will win that map. But going into that, straight up to Clearcut, it's a process, and this was Soirée's pick, interestingly. So I'm surprised they didn't pick Snakewater. I think Snakewater is typically more of Soirée's.
It's a home map for them, I'd say.
Yeah. Sorry, I've got that mucked up. Sorry, I mean Cannon Fodder. It's a bit. I'm surprised they banned it over process because they've had. Typically against Soirée, it hasn't been their map, but it's been very close, and at LAN as well, obviously. So it's interesting that they opted to ban that and let them pick process. And process, as they played, I think so. They played Snakewater on process, not in the final, but just in the regular season. And they only lost Snakewater 2-1, but they lost process 5-1. So it'll be really interesting to see how they play. But I definitely think that they can get away with that map. Like as we saw at LAN, straight to the golden cap, down to the wire. Like
close,
they have the potential to win that map. Definitely.
I think it was. Sorry to cut you off. Sorry. I think it was it was just coming down to small decisions and the timings and just general. Like it was a close game, especially in the regular season, as you mentioned, 2-1, and then obviously LAN as well, because obviously for those unaware, this is basically a rematch from LAN, but obviously just with different rosters. But yeah, Struck Minds do have the potential of definitely, I feel like, taking prices, and I think they should be happy with that map pick. And obviously, to mention something before as well, the bans before obviously Preshow got picked, obviously Soirée did take out product, which doesn't actually surprise me, to be honest, because in scrims, Sheep basically has been, just running over them, and I think it's a smart idea to ban out the map against a team like Struck Minds when they have two really, really good scouts, and especially Sheep being, I guess, arguably, I would say up there with number one alongside Cookie almost for best scout here in AU. And then sort of Snakewater getting banned out by the side of Struck Minds as well, because it doesn't surprise me in scrims. I mean, it's been close, but it hasn't been going their way, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is in the product pick to me.
You mean ban? Sorry, you mean the ban?
Oh, the ban. Sorry, the ban. Yeah, the product ban to me isn't a. It's not surprising, but it is interesting because, to begin with, the whole thing was Struck Minds incredibly good at Koth. They're really good at Koth, but more recently, it's actually been, Soirée have been doing a little bit better, and they actually. From my understanding, they won product at LAN. So it is interesting to see that ban, but also not terribly surprising. However, obviously, product being banned, then now Struck Minds are going to pick Bagel, another Koth map. So they've picked Bagel, not surprising at all. And I think Bagel is a map that traditionally, like throughout all the seasons they've played, all the official matches they've played, Soirée have been really bad at. Like, they've never really looked in control of that map. And I think, I don't want to say it's a freebie, but I think it's a very likely map that Struck Minds can get. And in saying that, let's say they win Clearcut, and then they also get the better half of process as well, which is definitely possible. Then suddenly they're on Bagel, and they're there to win it. Like, they're there to win it on the fourth map. So I think it'll be really very important. I think process will be a big determining map for sure. Yeah.
I mean, and then Reckoner getting banned by Struck Minds nearing the end, obviously Soirée picking Sunshine as the decider. Reckoner doesn't surprise me. It's been consistently banned by the side of Struck Minds throughout the season, coming into this playoff period, and also just in general in the regular season, it has been consistently banned. It doesn't surprise me. But one thing to note is the map that isn't obviously showing is Metalworks. They did leave that out as sort of a float, seeing if obviously Soirée would ban it, because that's been Soirée's sort of consistent ban throughout the season, but obviously didn't get picked, and obviously Sunshine as the decider. So I think overall, these picks, I think both teams should be happy about, but then again, I think, we could be seeing all 5 maps, and this could be either a really close best of 5 where Struck Mind starts slowly, as you mentioned, and then they slowly try to reverse sweep, or Soirée are in to win it, and they just sort of, steamroll at 3-0, possibly. Who knows?
Yeah, I think if I was to make a decision on who got the better half of the map picks, I would say it's Struck Minds, because as I said at the beginning, Gullywash, I in my opinion, I think is going to be an absolute slaughter, because it's their favorite map, and because it's their favorite map, and they've been losing it in scrims and stuff. So they will lose that map, but it'll give them time to warm up. Like, I think they'll be able to get the flow of it. I think they not expect to lose Gullywash, but it's kind of like the probable. They know that it's their stronger map. So if they can get through that, and then they can go into Clearcut with a good head, a good mind, and pick that map up, then they can really start getting the momentum. If process is close, Bagel, it's going to be. I think this could definitely go down to the wire, assuming they are as dominant as they have been on Koth.
Definitely. Absolutely. And I mean, look, if they start off slow, it's not the end of all, because you just have to reset. You're in for a long night. This is a best of 5. You got plenty of maps to play for, obviously. So we could be going the distance. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But one thing that I want to touch on is Struck Minds. What they have is, obviously soirée, they've been playing for so long together. They know how each other plays. Obviously, Struck Mind's made a few changes, but it's not the end of the world. Like, you got players like Dork who can simply tell the team to reset. He's very, how you say it, like, if shit doesn't go right in the term, like if it doesn't go very well or people start getting killed, Dork is actually the one I've seen. He can be very like reassuring, like it's okay, calm down, we reset, we go next. And especially players like you got Doge and Matt, and Doge especially on Medic, who can definitely can main call, obviously not too heavily, but he can call on what he wants to do, what he wants to end, because that's what I've seen on, for example, when they scrim next, when they were scrimming Snake Ward, I think it was 2 nights ago, Doge were calling, oh, am I able to leave Saul? We're going to do this, we're going to do that, so forth. Obviously, I think the push didn't go too well, but he's definitely quite vocal, and I guess the one thing where that sort of can bite Struck Minds is if there's too many ideas clashing, because that's probably the concerning is if Matt has one thing, Doge has one thing, but if it doesn't like see eye to eye, that's where it can get really awkward, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of the maps, we have got the prediction up for Gullywash here. So feel free to vote in the chat if you would like. But we'll take it onto our casters, so we'll hear their predictions and what they think, and get into the match. So it is Freaky and Turris to cast this first match of Gullywash.
Run to Freaky, you go.
There it is, map 1, Gullywash. Yippee!
Oh, we're so back.
So back. Never mind.
Never mind.
I'm on the Enrith game this mid. Again, same old. Oh, both soldiers, Fane and Tachyon on the lower ground here. High bomb from Connor. Does get a little damage off into the combo here, but Enrith walking onto the point. Connor, Cookie dead. There goes the entire team. Lau and Silvo is just going to die in mid.
It's looking much better. Wow.
Yeah. What a difference.
What do you think they changed there, Freaky?
They just played both soldiers on the ground there, I think, and they just played into the damage of them walking forward. Basically cutting the body of the snake rather than the head. Kind of moment.
They did get Doge at the end with that sex, so it's going to be even enough. Oh, that found it in second.
Anyway, yeah, mid-fight once again here. And we're just going to see a little pressure cook here. Tachyon out. And actually dies, unfortunately, taking that pack. It is basically, look, 10 dis, or 5 dis, basically it's even who it is. Pushing into Baby, and already Matt has a trap there. Predicting it. Soldier down, they trade it. And it looks like a stalemate. A classic stalemate on Gullywash second.
At least it's not Sunshine. You can count your graces.
Exactly. Count your graces here. And now we just wait until something happens here.
And we hope that they're util so that there's something interesting to watch.
Still no util, yeah. Oh, well, look out. Soirée pushing through Baby. Gonna go through Big, sorry, apologies. We have a leak through lobby here. We're gonna fight River in momentarily. Looks like he's gonna go to River and bomb. Connor's in choke. I think it's gonna be a coordinated sack here, or a trade, it looks like. P eager to use it here, but Dicky Spam proving exponential with the Connor pick. One of the solis down on Soirée, back to mid here, but still having that soli, Mr. Swalanjiki in lobby. Ooh, Fang gets caught in, choke there, Tachyon's rolled, there's no soldier presence here, both dead, what a sticky from Enrith. Silvo's in on Doge, quarter HP left, Silvo lives as well on quarter. And it's going to be a trade momentarily, Doge is going to get forced, here it is, force in, it is just sheep.
It's going to be so good for Soirée. 2 players at the end, Doge 40 health at the end of the Uber. And Silvo's right in on the end of the on lobby. Only getting sheep in the end. Doge actually kind of miracle surviving that fight there, and they will get a stabilizer last thanks to that.
Another stalemate, but sheep is down.
Sheep could spawn sniper. We gotta hope. Pray hands
in,
right
one
now.
rocket, 2.
Never mind, they're taking a dry fight right now with him down. And it's actually working. The heavy is up. Oh, the sheep respawn heavy. It might just spell the end of it. Cookie almost getting the Fane kill, but with that kill not found, I think they cannot 1v2 this heavy. Maybe slide out for Lau here. I think they might take this.
Definitely will. Snuffing out the flames of that push, but yet again, they gotta relocate and reset Baby Door. Looks like Soirée wants to take this ad, which they should.
Yeah. Limited time here. Gun's only being built just now. It might not be a big threat if they can take it. Never mind. Looks like Silver's a sniper, so they won't be aware of how much ad this actually was. Which it would have been hard to know. And they're moving the gun to the close spot, so that's the gun and the spam angle gun is good for the gun. And looks like Silver taking the peek far back on River, ready to take it, River. I'm on the Silver cam.
Sentry down, and kills it off. But even Uber's, ooh, good snipe. Pressures one of the soldiers, almost! Hero shots onto Doge, is pressured out, lives to tell the tale.
You gotta go for the hero shot.
Yeah. It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Some
point
good
play,
captain on the
Cookie.
point. That's going to take Tachyon onto the point to deal with it. He's right off it though. He's aware that it's a bit of a bait. Now down going under. Just as Tachyon jumps away, they've tricked them with the back and forth. They do end up hitting each other, keeping Doge alive in this sack. Silver's still alive for this. Holding a deep River. Doesn't look like anyone be able to do anything. Fane thinking about it, River, but gonna be no good.
Not to brag, Fane's wearing my favorite cosmetic on his head, but soirée resetting second. Still, yeah, still, even Uber's here.
You're a French man.
Yeah.
Back on Silver, he's holding the lower angle.
He's waiting for someone to pick that left lobby to rotate. Cookie gets knocked about and the sentry gun finds his end.
So much presence, River, trying to bait these players into dropping into it. Silver just get launched out of lobby thanks to Matt peeking that door. Oh, this guy, I mean, he's going to have Frontier Justice because we might be looking at a Frontier Justice crits event coming up. Followed by a Eureka effect to go back to the spawn.
Down,
actually,
he's just
never
holding
mind.
it.
Looks
Oh,
like
it's
Sheep's taking this trade in River. They get a good flash on the Enrith, the good flash onto the soldiers, not too bad. Doge will at least get out of this, but it looks like a bit of a nothing burger. Nothing happening here. Silver has been pushed back there in the meantime.
Back to a stalemate. Silver still on Cypher.
And we only have a minute 17 left on this before it goes back to the mid-fight, so they actually have the time not on their side. Down taking a Roma does trade underneath. Tachyon taking his own fight on the River while Matt gets 2 kills with the sticky onto Soldier and Scout. I think Tachyon's for sure getting this. Never mind, Lau gets killed. They're getting everyone. Silver going for his own hero shot at Big Door, but yeah, that's a great push out. I'm not sure how that sticky trap got everyone there.
Didn't really clear it, I suppose. I wasn't on the game.
I'm not sure what one it was. Might have been a deep one, might have been a tricky one. Anyway, no spawns in time for mid. They're gonna get 2 points off this, and that's also Uberad going into second. So this is gonna be a complete flip for Struck Mines.
However,
staying on sniper. Just as he looks away, they pick Big Door. Really unfortunate. Yeah. Already gets a headshot onto Door. Meanwhile, the brawl's happening at Big Door. Silver we pushed out, and they do get forced. I don't think they're finding anyone. They might find Enrith. Yeah, they do find Enrith. That actually doesn't spell good time for them at last. Huge 14-second spawn on Enrith. I think they might even be able to heal up and take a quick fight if they're fast enough. Doesn't look like they want to though.
On last
yeah,
with
I
Enrith
think
down.
they're too afraid of Silver now. They're full over for soirée. Enrith is up now. See how they want to take their way out.
Cookie getting some information on where the team is.
Lots of people lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Silver's clear, baby.
Yeah. Maybe Door is the way to go for Struck Mines, but again...
Silver has just ran at Dork and lost the duel.
Fang gets
but equally lost for Cookie, yeah. And Cookie goes for his own kill flanking on Choke. They're actually bought time here with those stats, so easily tradable for Sheep on mid. And they're ready for it, they're right at the choke.
Ready for the trade. Connor is looking to go drop down here for poster, but never mind.
Never mind.
Back to second.
It's off. It's sourceless. There's nothing.
Cancelled.
Everyone is alive. So now it's another stalemate, but I don't know. This is one of the less boring stalemates, I think, Gully. Like, you can brawl pretty hard, pretty easily without kind of feeding. It looks like they're doing a bit of a 5-man Big Door. Sticks dealt with, and then they'll think about either leaking or sacking, and maybe taking a trade if they're close enough.
Got to be a trade very shortly here. You've got to be careful about that choke.
No, they've leaked 2 players into lobby with this. Most people playing heavy choke. There'll probably be a bit of a counter push. There is a bit of a counter push happening on mid. It looks like Tachyon might be dying to that. And they've pushed back, but not between this soldier getting caught in between both those players. Yeah, they get forced onto Doge. He actually lives as well. And Matt stays in Big Door thinking he's going to get Ubered. Bit of a miscommunication there, and this is going to be horrible now for Struck Mines. Doge somehow serves those rockets out all the way to choke. And Sheep picks up those 2 picks while they're focusing him. They might be the perfect duo. I mean, they actually get the force at the end. Robo has huge impact in this fight, and with the spawn ad for them, they might even be able to do something on the mid. Ooh, not quite, maybe. And Doge not grinding for a moment there. Not going to be much ad. But still much better than that could have been. Could have been horrible. They're great at sort of negating the horrible moments, Freaky.
I mean, I would suppose top ram, but here we go. Second, even Uber's pushing into the struck mine second.
See how Matt's sort of playing on height, like ready to go either side. It's kind of cool. He's just watching from his perch.
Yeah, sticky traps on choke. Looks like none in the good old big door here, but combo has spotted big door. Both teams rotate to big door. Ooh, downs into lobby, getting out into there. Gonna see a little pressure there. So is Silvo. League 2, kind of like a band for band type of situation, is gonna happen momentarily.
Yeah, leak into lobby just like they was done to them.
Dork gets pressured immensely.
The pressure is on for struck mines with all this space lost. Down's ready to bomb from River. People are through lobby, people are through big door. Honestly, we need to see a trade coming up soon. Cookie's just staring them down though.
She piped his feign. Food. He's out.
Down's just taking his time. He's just applying pressure by being there.
Connor's in,
Tackling being
pressuring
brawled. They will kill Connor. That actually takes the pressure off. They might do a bit of some pressure into mid with this. Looks like Tachion's on his way. They're actually all going to go into mid. Those players behind in lobby are completely not important to them. They're completely disregarding it.
He is behind, still down, is forgotten.
They're not going to forget about him, surely not. He'll be dying. He's
almost
got
got forgotten about.
And they actually almost got traded on there, but they managed to get out just in time and bait down back. Tachion running away from these players choke. Yeah, he will manage to live, and this is, even though Matt down, kind of equalish enough. I wonder if they can do something with the silver pick. Probably not. I think we're looking at a bit more of a stalemate. And 2 minutes left in the stalemate before we have to worry about the restart.
12 minutes, 30 seconds until any config is in effect, though. That is a factor that we have
Surely
to
it hasn't been 12 minutes already. Ah, we didn't miss round 1, didn't we? It's so strange how they just completely beat round 1 and then they locked back in. Must have been some really great adjustment on the part of Struck Mines to figure out what went wrong.
Down and Connor in choke here rather than
they're not leaking it this time. I think they're expecting some sort of adaptation, but honestly they could probably get away with it still.
Yeah, Down's in, gonna high bomb here. Connor is looking through choke here, gonna spam Tachyon, but Doge sinks a rocket, but Connor doesn't.
Yeah, Sheep will deal with those perfectly though. 2-1 trade, Doge lives, no damage taken. Silver going for his own fight by himself under the point. Looks like he's going to get away with it. Does a lot of damage as well. And Cookie's going to be ready for this trade. Staring them down. They're doing a bit of a staring contest.
Silver from behind flanking.
Oh, okay, they're just going for the sack, I think. The force, I mean. Those soldiers do live. They push out the people close, and now Cookie can take this much better trade on their side. Pushes that soldier down out to a drop down. Meanwhile, Sheep takes a kill, but dies for it on the point. And it should be a better fight for Cookie. At the end of the Super, they're stuck in choke. And they do try to re-enter. I don't think this is going to be great for them. Yeah, they're just getting cleaned up. Honestly, perfect trade from Cookie. The scout has to leave just second. The soldiers leave under. They get multied. It was over from the start, I think, there. Even without ammo. He actually did that without ammo, did you notice? He just stared them down.
The presence alone.
He actually did an aura trade. He did a bit
it's actually like an Oz line. Like, if Oz is watching, drop a line.
Do you think he was calling that he was bluffing in the comms?
Oh, 100%. You have to. You have to.
I wouldn't have told my team. I would have just been like, yeah, I've got ammo.
Anyway, all in River, Connor's the only one in lobby here. So we're gonna see.
Is it soirée or soirée? Freaky, did we figure that one out?
It is French, so it's soirée.
Soirée.
Soirée is Australian, but the point
play
is going to be in effect here. Cleaning up Secret and the top right, posted for top right, center gun down.
Safe at the end, gun dead, ready for cap time. Could go either way at this point, but it's looking much better for soirée. Never mind. Dork locks in, they get the Uber. No cap time in that whole end of the Uber there, and they've pretty much wiped everyone. Unless Connor can get these 2 picks.
Oh, Dork and River.
I think he'll be cleaned up. Does want to get Matt. No trap kill from Riff. That's a really good hold for Struck Mines. It looked like it was a bit grim for a moment there, but after a great Uber, killing the gun, killing a kill, getting cap time. They sort of didn't go fast enough onto the cap with how close they were to Uber and Struck Mines. At least they got the force. Struck Mines still end up with 25 ad. I'm not sure how that happened, but I think they'll be taking this one.
Definitely taking this one. 30 ad. Still,
Yeah,
Struck
they've rounded.
Mines look like pushing through choke. I'm unsure because they're
They
just
might not
playing in
know.
a really defensive position here. Never mind, they're stacking up
They don't
in big
believe
door.
in the Doge,
Yeah,
the Doge
yeah,
grinding.
here we go.
Oh, here
Going
we go.
through big
It's a
door
bit
here.
late almost. They can maybe change their mind a little bit. Not going to get much, I don't think, mate. He's going to hurt that demo a lot. And this guy should die.
hazard.
Connor dies on the flank as well. Really good pre-sticky from Matt, but they just come right back in with the Ubers. There's only 10% out at the end of that. And that'll be everyone.
One rocket onto Lao, surfs to big door, and Sheep tries to...
Honestly, the consequences of this are last, freaky. This is not good.
Not good in 8 minutes. 45 to banning config. Could look for a second
Oh,
round.
but Dork's the best engineer in the country.
Have you seen Gotaki? I don't know, man.
I haven't seen him for months. He killed Exodia and he left.
This guy.
Sheep on the sniper, we might see something incredible. I feel like the kid in the driveway in Incredibles whenever Sheep's doing sniper.
Wow!
Something amazing.
Amazing!
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he just
Anyway.
lets us down. He's missing, look at him.
40 to 50 ad here for good old Soirée pushing into Struck Mines last. Spencer down.
Spencer down, that's hurtful. And they do
Inventory
get used
shut
at the
up.
door. Silver is ready to go straight under the cap at the end of this. And I'm not quite dead yet, does die at the end. Cookie's very low at the end, will get ran out by Sheep, but lots of cap time there, could turn away. That scout will get traded for, it could go either way at this point. Doge is alive, getting heals, but I think the cap time, never mind, just Lau. He will get out.
Look. Yeah. That's a lot of cap time here. Could see a
Yeah,
spy?
it could've
Question mark?
gone real
Cookie?
bad.
Or
I don't
Silver?
think these teams are slow enough for Spy to work. Maybe in our intergames.
No. Damn. I was hoping for a little bit of content. Here we go.
Oh, the
Traditional
cone
sixes
trap.
rolls.
We're watching that cone trap. Guaranteed that gets a kill.
Here we go. Pushing
Looks like
through
Silver's
shutter door.
doing
The
a bit of
cone
a-
trap.
bit of a
Oh,
sneak.
they
Never
Uber
mind.
through the choke there. Matt's in. Does
Clear's
a lot of
dead.
damage
Oh, Silver does
to
die.
Enrith. Silver Enrith.
Oh, Enrith gets bounced right at the very end. Unfortunate. I think they'll be able to go straight away with this. Got the force
Definitely
with the
big
Enrith
ball.
dead. Matt's already peeking big.
Through big door for free. Laha Zuba. And
Oh,
Mr.
the-
down
oh, the
through
down
baby.
behind. I think through baby. He's gonna get two. That's so grim. I hate when that happens to me.
Tachyon and Fane just hiding above choke. And there they are, posed.
Here they come.
Oh, Connor and...
Well cleaned up from down. Here's Dork at the end. Doesn't quite get the kill until Lau.
sorry,
Leaves him with
okay.
40 health.
Fane. Apologies, I got the soldiers mixed up.
Cack in the fan, yeah. The boys. Yeah, a bit of a rough one with the flank there. That was, it was all looking really good until that one miscalculation. Once again, sniping in spawn. This time Sheep, but he does get pushed out. Nothing being defined. He's going to stay sniper. Silver found
Yeah, it's
again on the flank. He's a very aggressive player. He does always seem to be going for something.
Capturing second tier, and it's basically 30 ad here for Soirée. Again, pushing it to last. Still only one round to Soirée, and they're going through,
Yeah.
looks like main. It is, under the shutter door.
Oh,
Most of it's going to be top
I
right.
honestly
Sentry
believed in
down.
that. Sheep does
Sheep
get caught
down.
from the bounce. And that would be done going down. Really good post for Soirée. This is going to be so hard to hold. Matt does get a kill under Cookie. It's just
Bang.
playing Kovacs on the stickies. Matt hits a crazy two-pipe. Oh, and he... Oh, I thought they had it. Enrith does cap. Did you see? Did you
Oh
see
my god!
Silver just Kovacsing the sticks. So
Yeah.
what's crazy is that that is
Enrith-
the most Kovacs scenario you need.
Enrith piped someone, surfed the rocket to the point, and piped the person on the point, and
Yeah, I was
capped it.
watching Matt. He hit the crazy pipes.
Insane. Look about Matt through choke here. Everyone else is big door. Going up their side.
Currently 1-1 with the
Default
mids,
side.
but 2-0 rounds.
Does a lot of damage onto Enrith. Picks him
Pretty
up.
good
with
trade
the
for
sticky
Soirée
stuff.
so far, I'd say. Never mind. I think these players are all getting out on very low HP. Cookie's going to get pushed out. Looks like Lau's going to live though.
Matt is behind in
And they get out
the
the
enemy's
big.
baby door.
Oh, and the flank from Silver gets both of them. A complete turnaround from Soirée gets all four of those players. Oh, I can't believe Silver gets away with that. Just as I was calling him aggressive, he goes for a little flank to win the 3v4. That's grim.
The control point is being captured.
After having a bit of a, 15-minute round, you don't want to, like, lose in a extravagant fashion and feel like you're going to lose another round. They're doing such a good job, honestly, on the soirée map pick. To only be down 2 rounds with 5 minutes left before banning, it's honestly pretty good for them. They've been close to a round a bunch of times. Unfortunately, Sheep gets caught going for a cheeky peek in River. And that's with a player down and Uber Desad. It's looking really grim for this 3rd round.
That is Dork down. 9 seconds silly respawns here, but they use the 30% Uber out here. Central gun top right. Dies eventually, post Uber top right, and Soldier Feign down. However, the heavy is not enough as they play the point. 3-0.
Not enough of a defense there. Honestly, Struck Mines have figured out the mids. I think they just got to not let any nonsense happen and they'll be alright. We could honestly see it a 3-3 anytime now, Freaky. I believe in him.
3 minutes 45 till Banny is in the chat. No.
Banny in the chat?
Enrith both playing the default, but Feign is on it for the lab, but he baits.
Fast bomb. They do get Enrith straight away again. It's working for him. And yeah, Sheep and Dork right across the point. They have to deal with Silver this time. He's once again gotten 2 kills. Living on 1. You're so annoyed if you're Dork there wanting to clean up Silver after that. You not get the trade. It's going so well for them until Silver does that flank.
Pressuring down, back into choke they go.
Yeah.
It's going to be
much better of a loss this time. They're not going to be on last, they're going to be stalemating us.
Stalemate second here. No wolf classes here.
You take that any day. Yeah, no wolf classes. It's too easy to brawl this one, honestly. Let's see what Matt can do about the leaking plays, but so far they're just preferring to play it rock, do some counter pushing through choke. As I say, down goes for a cheeky one going through the other door. Not sure what they can do with that pick. Probably nothing. Bit too late for a counter sack now. Of course, time on
Silver leaking through baby. Was he called? I don't think.
I don't know.
No one saw him. Yeah. I don't think.
They probably expect it. They are giving it up on purpose. I'm sure they know it's a possibility. Yeah, and Feign will be taking this 1v2. They will pick off Silver. They didn't do anything with the pick last time. Let's see what they did this time. I think, of course, Soirée is so far back. Both teams are expecting a lot right now. I mean, at this point, they almost are like both playing for Banny. They just want it to be, settled.
Want it to be over.
Yeah. I'm sure they don't want it to be over. We're looking at another 3 hours. 3 hours of this free.
Good game's a good game. Minute 50. Yeah, I think they're just gonna wait.
Oh, yeah, great! That's the wood trap, I think. Hidden by the forklift.
Still stalemating second to mid. The Cookie is down. No counter sacks here.
Pallet, that's what I'm thinking of. You see the same thing probably going to happen where they leak through a big door here, but I think this time they need to probably take a second player. It was working for them before. Okay, no sticky trap kill. We're already half the way there. This time they're actually playing River instead of Rock. They've changed it up a bit, maybe expecting more players to come choke. They have gone back to point a bit. Yeah, down through. Let them know that he is behind. I'm sure they know it. Connor and Silver are ready to take the fight choke if they need to, ready to hold him off if they did the counter push as well. There's pressure cooking right now, I think, Freaky.
They are
definitely. Some spam on Doge. They get 2 rockets on him, that's probably more than enough to do something with.
Oh. They're too jumpy right now. Allows Scene, Feign, and Dork into River.
Down's winning this.
Yeah.
He's getting the trade.
Picks up, yeah.
Trade is still sub 100. Oh, this gap might be caught in. Cheat dead?
Cookie.
Yeah, Cookie dead, I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the end of the pressure cook. I mean, nice try. I mean, great ammo mod from down. We saw that's some world-class ammo mod. I think Tesla would be proud.
Trade is in, Sheep, Tachyon down.
With 2 kills as well. It's very grim. They do have the late spawners, but it is not great for Strike Mines.
Exactly.
Late deaths.
7 seconds till banning config is in effect here, so they're gonna.
It's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, it's not a 5. Here it is, first to 4. Soirée needs 1 more.
Block as well. This
what a
one's a
shutout
as well. Matt's holding the door. Does take off Silver. Oh, he's perfect maybe? Matt is doing such great choke holding there. completely unfazed by the cap. And they'll be able to push out with this, I think. Pretty much even Ubers. Dork's getting the first respawn out of those 4 deaths. And yeah, Matt holding off the baby door flank as well. So that soldier might be caught. They are very aggressive at big door here.
I don't know if they know it's like dot ad right now, but it is dot ad. And Cookie is
Cookie
caught.
does get bounced, yeah.
Down also.
They pick off 2 more as well. Silver could take this trade if they rush the choke just like last time, but looks like they are playing further back this time.
Yeah, they are playing.
He's right there, he's right there.
Yeah, they are playing for the trade right now.
The X-ray. Sheep gets 2 shot by Silver.
Oh my god.
Oh, and after the 2 deaths, they do get forced as well. It's exactly the trade I didn't want to have. And Matt Stickies are getting shot. He does manage to jump away, but he gets gumbered by Silver at the end. It's the most embarrassing. Silver is humiliating them. It's unreal.
Here we go, pushing into last.
3 down.
Yeah. 2 respawners though, but Matt is still down. The sniper from Sheep switches off. The point play is on down, doing incredible work. 98% captive, but Silver and Lau out. Ooh. Now, hear me out.
Hear me out.
Spy.
Oh, Silver's right on again. Yeah, this might be Spy. Yeah. I mean, Silver's going to be delaying them. Going for his own fight. He's going to kill Sheep. Oh, does well to get a trade, honestly.
Oh.
Doesn't look like we're going to see a flank, but we might see a contest.
That's alright.
Or a Spy, yeah, no Spy.
What is like 20 dis here? I feel like they're gonna bluff here and just play like evens. It's traditional 6s rolls.
It may very well be.
But down is on the spotlight on mid though.
Yeah. I think maybe expecting them to take the ad, but they're not.
Yeah, they think it's evens.
Yeah.
Both great medics counting, yeah.
Both medics are respecting each other a lot.
3 minutes 33 till mid
We'll call it
but yeah, big door soirée.
Looks like Down's ready to take this pogo. Oh, I was thinking about it. He's just gonna take lobby maybe. Just like before. It's been working, baby. Yeah, the pressure cook's been working like really well. Sticks on the door.
Whole combo leaking through lobby. Could see a river fight here, trap him out onto skin.
Oh, they're bringing the whole squad.
Whole squad roll up.
And they're going for the counter push, knowing this is happening. Straight onto that soldier at choke. He will be getting out in time.
Out, but Silver on second here.
That's going to be caught in the straight, I think. But so is Enrid.
They're capping second. Times 3 on it. That's a lot of players. They pause. That's definitely cap second.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh.
It was like...
Sheep's just about to touch it though. Oh, but he's kind of a bit too far away.
The thing is, right, the pause made it look like it's close, but it is definitely...
He's got it. He's got it.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, and they're getting mid, I think. Yeah, they are getting mid. Jackan will get caught by this flank play. It's actually looking quite bad after those 3 flank kills on mid, even though the U-ball is going quite well. It is just Cookie and Lau though, and with Matt alive, yeah, they will actually take him out. Yeah. And Lau even goes for the kill blind.
There it is.
Ship capping an invisible point. They're ready to go. Dan might go for the blind bomb. He's going to go against it. 3 seconds, I think, for struck lines, unless Dan wants to do some nonsense. Or he's just going to hide in the spot. Thinks better of it.
Discipline.
Silver sniping might take it through river like they have been previously. One of the best position struck lines has been in yet.
Oh, 100%. On not their own loss, on Soirée's loss.
Yeah.
Definitely a change. Breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Here it is, still tempting to go through, maybe go through main or go through river. It looks like a shutter.
Yeah, they're super ready. Going through shutter. Here they go.
Dispenser entrance in front of. Oh, the defense doesn't really get much with the buildings. Sentry gun down post to the top right.
And they have good position for post, except for this soldier behind might be a problem.
Soldier is not a problem. Playing the point.
So much cap time. They do get one, and that's super switched on. One time he did get the force onto the player in big door, but other than that, pretty good. And we're back in, and remember the score was 3-1 to Soirée, and first to 4 is what the win condition is. This is just a bit of a match medic because of the server crash. And Takon's right onto them. That's a great rocket onto that scout. Does end up trading for that, but still very aggressive. And a bit of a submarine mid for Matt. He's all the way on the ground here. They do pick off down, and he's going to bomb it. He's going to take height. And pushed out from choke. Kind of a bit of an attrition one there where they just have more space at the end, but Yeah, pushed out a choke at the end, soirée, even Ubers.
Matt is representing the Sixers Open first place, season 15. Big shout out to him and his big
Shout
win
out.
there. Anyway, yeah, second, it is.
And we were just talking
10
about
out.
how Struck Minds would play this scenario, now we get to see. They probably have already, I've just forgotten.
They listen to the stream, they're stream sniping. But,
Oh, we were pausing it.
Oh, there we go.
There's a little one, this is a baby one, we're good.
Connor in River takes out Tachyon, but again, Dork
And these
does get
players behind,
finished
yeah,
off.
the leakers have already been killed. Maybe Ship can do a trade here, but soirée is so fast onto mid. So mobile. Good damage from Sheep, he's so ready for it. And here he goes. Does actually drop quickly, they're going to have a better Uber. And Matt actually gets dropped himself, so this is going to be really rough. They're going to just leave. It's like that under soldier was a bit of a surprise. Yeah, unfortunate. Not a bad trade from Sheep, it's just unfortunate that they were able to lose somewhere. Bit of chaos there, they're actually trying to retake. They didn't kill these soldiers. This is actually what I wanted. Sheep just going for a crazy play, getting these 3 kills. They're just double scouting into them through choke and winning that after the Uber. And they want to keep going. They do not want to let these guys get out. Yeah, I think they missed their chance to get Lau, but they're going to get second very shrimply.
But Cookie's leaked through big door to... He's out to... Okay.
He thought about mid maybe,
Scenic
but
route.
they're not going to get it, yeah.
First
They'll run
map.
onto it. Tachyon had his back.
This is definitely a change of pace from Struck
Yeah.
Minds here.
Well, they have the momentum still. They did get that round, and, you know, 3 more rounds and they actually got the map win. And we thought about it before, but soirée, I mean, this is like their GOAT map. They can't be losing this map. It's almost bad that they're struggling so much. Like, we were hoping for a bit more of a roll. For,
Yeah,
the
well,
confidence.
banning config is in effect, so that ruined our predictions.
That ruined 5. We're not getting 5, we're not getting 4.
3-1 currently, but again, River, all 6 players, going to be a water play momentarily. Going to see the pressure cook soon
Yeah,
from
fans leak
Struck
through
Minds.
water. Oh, that's right, we didn't see that.
Now, Dork in
Dork as
River.
well.
Sees
Yeah,
down.
so worried about the cap time here, as you would be.
Sentry gun in the MSI. Same thing
Yeah.
from Struck Minds, playing default with the sentry gun. Vayne
It's like they're still
unders.
going for these water fights. But soirée are bringing 2 players down to deal with that. Yeah, not much of a success going on there, but Tachyon hits his perfect bounce. Never mind, Connor somehow wins that duel after losing 200 to the... Oh, I can't believe Connor loses. Dork goes for the chaos fight on under, but does not get anything. And with those 2 players down, we're looking at another kite back. We'll see a sheep trade again. Maybe at River, maybe not. Looks like Matt wants to hold this hard. Actually might get the drop.
Oh, does get
Hits
Enric
crazy
though.
pipes. He hits Loud down to 20. He hits Edward twice. And Connor's definitely dying here. This is almost like a bit of a half and half push. I don't like this at all out of soirée. And they're straight back in. Even if they get this worst trade, they're going to be 2 players down at the end of it. They're ready to leave with this. Silver needs to hit some crazy 2 shots here. It's 150 on the sheep, but he can't get much more than that. And now the 2 spawns are a bit of a problem. Edward hits tons of damage on that choke.
Tachyon's in.
Doesn't quite get, actually does get the pipe off, kills Doge and hurts Matt. Matt will die for that, and better spawns of course for soirée. They need this cap time, and I think this will be Struck Minds dealt with. I was so close though, so close to a round. Looking at the cap time as well.
Vayne's in for the counter
Right in for
aggression.
the counter set. Almost gets a rocket onto the Lau. Luckily Silver eats that rocket for his med.
Goomba, yeah.
Yeah, good
This
job.
one.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Yeah, and huge ad for soirée. They're back in the driver's seat now.
We have
After what was almost a huge throw on last there.
Exactly. Second, big door push. It's basically 70 ad here for soirée.
And here they go. They're doing the Adolo bounce. And messes up a little bit, but it's all good.
Everyone's... Oh, Struck Minds is out. Everyone lives.
Yeah, unfortunate. Enrith knew, of course, how quickly they were leaving there, but hoped that he could get the pogo catch on Matt, I think. But no such luck. He does hit the fence on his way in, and it's just going to be a leapfrog. Ubrad now for Struck Minds under mid. See if they can do the same thing, maybe.
Let's go ban for ban. 50 ad.
Ban for
Struck
ban.
Minds.
Sheep thinking about going somewhere? No, he's going in choke. Just using through. Hoping to get the soldier kill at least. And the soldier actually gets out, and Silver wins a duel on the flank. Exactly what you don't want to happen.
control point is being captured.
Silver is just loving just going for a trade kill by himself. He just like just sends it at the first person he sees in those fights.
Full ad for soirée
Yeah, been here
intro.
before. Vayne thinking about drop down maybe? Oh, he's thinking about it. He changed his mind.
in choke there, trying to spam them out early as possible. Got to
Huge
save a rocket
damage
for
from
himself.
Tachyon. Just perfect choke holding from these two soldiers. And a bit of a flank fight as well, going for Tachyon and Dork this time. They're actually doing heaps. They are managing to live. Never mind, Silver does get caught, but they will get dealt with by the responding soldiers.
No solos from Struck Mines here. Soirée is looking to use this, but again, it's going to be even Ubers here, but no solos during this fight. They're going to take it fast on 2 second. River is Struck Mines combo. Got a good spam onto it here. Even Uber's second is going to get capped. Back to last. This is the similar change for the fresh air that we've kind of breathed in before. That made no sense, but Lobby, Soirée, Shadow? Could be a Shadow Uber here or a River. What a play. Here we go. Silvo down with the traps. They're going to back it up.
Nothing fan with this poke. Probably going to be resetting. Maybe we see a util this time? What do you think? I want to see the Silvo Spy.
Look, again, content, man. I'm all for it. But staying on Scout, yeah.
We got nothing.
Boring.
We missed everything. Boring. Boring.
Sentry gun getting spammed. Dork on his second main. Lagging out a little bit.
Yeah.
Whoa. Sentry gun still up. Down in.
Tackion's getting the perfect bounce onto this poor scout in lobby. We'll get that pick. Probably goes for a bit more on his own. Fan's gonna maybe pick off his own scout. Cookie will manage to get out. Oh, sorry. Silver will manage to get out. Yeah, they'll be all good. Tachyon does trade for it in the end as well.
Penrith. Great sticky clearing there. Good bit of Kovacs, but the Sentry gun.
Same thing under. No Tachyon to deal with this as well. They might not be ready for it at all. Looks like Dork was pretty switched on. Sheep. Lots of cap time there. And these players still aren't dead. Down could be on this. They are managing to discontest, but it will get the force. I think you like that for Soirée. Lots of that point pressure. Card pressure. Sheep going for the force. Will bounce this so low on. Oh, he will get the force. Great movement from him, surfing those rockets and curving onto them. And that will really equalize their chances here. They can't go straight back in with that Uber, considering all of them were dead. And that makes us back at a stalemate. What do you think? Thanks to Sheep, we're back at a stalemate. You got him to thank.
Thanks to Sheep.
Yeah.
Matt holding down.
And these players fast. River. It's going for some chaos, I guess.
Oh, Silver picks up Matt.
Tachyon all the way behind. Does manage to get through lobby while they're all focused on
How dare Tachyon.
Yeah, and Fane does do it under, and this Heavy's going to make sure they do not lose this. Silver almost getting this scout jewel. Oh, they're just swinging their mouses like crazy. Hook does win that in the end, and it's just down a spawner. Good, should be a good second for Struck.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm looking at
down hiding behind second.
Bit of boiler action here.
Yeah.
He can hear the beat.
You see this work a fair bit, honestly. No one expects everyone expects the high bomb, no one expects the hiding behind something and waddle at you.
Plain sight.
Yeah, the plain sight.
Here. Doge playing just
He's just wondering where they're coming from.
One rocket onto Doge. Two rockets.
Oh, he doesn't get them.
5 HP.
Doge no-look dodges him perfectly. That's just pure psychic ability.
Still, Doge 50 HP. Could be a little bit of spam here just to force out that Uber.
With down, it's... Sorry, down. They are very struggling for the defensive spam there, and they're just going to have to give up mid. And it's slide. I just push go. And it's slide, but it's going to be even by the time they get there. They're actually going through the river push. Did we see this from them last time as well, or we saw it from Soirée?
We did not see this in Soirée.
Time for their one. They do drop Fane and get a good trade, but they have lost more than they've gained, I think, here. But Tachyon's in a good position post. Maybe he can get something crazy. They are fast on the mid as well. Silver hits tons of damage onto Sheep as they push. Oh, it does get traded for it.
Behind the entire Soirée combo.
Yeah, I was hoping this would happen. It's a bit slow. Matt's going for the sack. Doesn't quite get anything, but yeah. Doesn't quite get anything there. Doge does live. So we're not looking at a huge Giga dis out into last at least, but it will be probably another last again. What do you think?
Oh, engineer. Look, Sheep on sniper could see something, and the poor slight pause. Maybe a little lag there.
This is where we asked to see something amazing, right?
River.
Is he gonna get something? Great shot into Penrith. Great headshot. And these players sacking. Just a distraction for the cap. Lots of cap time, but it does deal with Cookie on the cap, thanks to Matt. And with just Connor and Lau, they're good to leave. Unless Connor is secretly under, but I don't think so.
Even if it's here 3 seconds
Even
to
with 1
respawn.
second, which is more exciting.
Struck
I
mines
would
going through
love to
choke,
see
it
them
looks
go
like.
the river again. Oh, they just fast through it. They can
Back
dead instantly.
dead.
Yeah. The demo man
Looks like
class
it
can
was.
do that to you if you run through it.
Looking for the
That's no
shock
good at all.
trade here, maybe.
Yeah,
There is
I
info free.
expect Sway to do something with this.
Connor's in his Uber, bit of a 2007 moment
I
here.
like this bit of a trade, getting Connor behind at the end of it. And they still have a pick, of course. Here comes the post now. Connor's doing tons to medic and demo.
Matt's still
They'll be cleaned up. He'll die for it, but they will be cleaned up. And yeah, this is Emmett's clean up now.
Chaosing here,
Doc
Dork
does get
dies.
one, but not enough. And just Doge alive. They're actually going to go straight to last with all these deaths. The spawns are so long. It's just Doge on Pyro. He knows he has to. He's just going to get bounced, I think. Yeah.
That is
believe
it.
those deaths. Wow.
4-1 Soirée take the first map.
Wow.
It's a batting topic.
Well, it's about what we expected. We expected 5-1. We got 4-1. I saw tons of signs of life there for Struck Mines, so.
Oh, 100%. Maybe it was all coordinated, that server being crashed. Who knows? How far up does it go? Is Hawk paid off? But anyways, logs are on screen.
We should note how well Connor's playing compared to the other soldiers. I mean, look at that damage difference. He's outdoing the demos, and we saw it. I think we saw it a lot. The spam and the bombs, all perfect. Dying for it every time and getting like 500 damage, like 3 players worth of impact.
Very good post-over positioning from
Yeah,
him.
absolutely.
But the surprising thing, right? Matt and Sheep.
Yeah, right up there with him. And Sheep got 38, because of course. Silver got 35, so let's not discount him. But the Sheep kills were all, you know, mid, pre, and post Uber kind of like picks, and then a lot of the silver kills we saw were rushing people on the flank. Very different kind of scenarios. Each sort of some harder than others, I think. You know, Silvo really being a bit of a playmaker that map.
100%. Always getting just the flank pressure, just going in, being aggressive, taking that one, and then just dying with it.
It means they have to be so mindful of it as well. Just like, oh, Silvo's going to do this, Silvo's going to do this.
And yeah.
It was definitely a lot closer than I expected of a game. Soirée were in control, I would say, most of the map, but it definitely wasn't out of Struck Mine's reach. You know, like it felt like there was that potential to bring it back, which is honestly for the first map, and like my prediction of being 5-1 is a lot better than what I expected. So, and I was just watching over, just listening to their comms on Sheep stream before, and they seem really fired up and not really, you know, they're not discrediting themselves for losing that map. They're definitely ready to go for this second one for sure.
No, I'd be hyped.
I mean, I was watching it as well on my phone, and also obviously having the mainstream. And yeah, one thing that you guys mentioned was literally Silvo just running in, and he's actually getting a pick every time. But also, especially the flank as well for the side of Struck Mines. They're holding back. I can understand why, but then the issue is Soirée's just putting so much pressure, and Tachyon and obviously Fang just both sort of dying relatively quickly just because of all the amount of pressure that's happening. Like, but don't get around, Tachyon and Fang just doing what they can, but also Sheep as well, as you mentioned, dropping 38 kills with obviously Matt doing the same thing, 23, but also doing a lot of damage. But thing is though, if the soldiers are just getting picked up on the flank, and I think that's what sort of Struck Mines I feel like struggling with, especially just the amount of pressure, and especially the post Uber fights. It just became very scrappy at some points. As soon as like they just go all in, but the thing is, this way Soirée's playing and Lao's survivability, it's just really difficult, I guess, just to punish Lao, and especially how well Soirée playing around their med, especially in that sort of circumstance when it is an all chaos situation.
Yeah, I just want to briefly mention the Ubers before we go to a break. I think it was definitely the worst part of Struck Mine's gameplay. It seemed like they couldn't really get it figured out, especially with the trades. Something was always going wrong. Like, it's either Sheep's getting dropped because he's taken a lot of damage before the Uber, or they're like Kevin said, they're losing players towards the end of their trade or their Uber, and it just never really went their way. So, and I think that if they kind of addressed that a little bit earlier, then maybe we could have seen a different result for this map, and they could have possibly taken it away. But that was just Yeah, what I really noticed. But we're going to get into a break before this this next map, figure out a couple technical things, and we'll get straight back to you with the action. Welcome back, everyone, to this lovely grand final. We have a special guest here who unfortunately could not turn his camera on quick enough for it, but Elmo is here, looking very handsome on stream.
Yeah, thanks for the great headshot, Mitch, but very excited for this one. Haven't seen much TF, been a busy boy, so this should be very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you obviously didn't hear the predictions beforehand, but it's gonna be a close one, Clearcut for sure. So we'll have to see how we go. But we're getting straight into the action right away. But I want to hear your prediction, Lachlan, despite not really being around for very long.
I mean, I feel like the sheep team, whatever they're called, Struck Mines, is always like pretty strong on cost. So yeah, I'll go for them first.
Absolutely. Onto this Koth mid, the first Koth of the round, where both the men spamming over point, not getting a whole lot of damage. Typically, we might see some soldiers try and get behind. Oh, Down is already behind with the collapse on Connor. They aren't able to pick up the medic yet, but Super will run in and kill Doge, getting a lot of kills on the left there. And it's just a bit of a scrappy fight towards the end here, and they will get cleaned up eventually at the end with Lau living.
Yeah, I mean, not an ideal start for them. Obviously, name of the game with Koth is, you can keep your med up. I mean, that's obviously the case in most of them, but yeah, taking the point, keeping your med up is pretty much perfect, because it just gives you so much time. They'll probably like tick down a minute even if they force here, before they even have to use, or before they lose the point at least.
Yeah, definitely. And on this map, it is very hard to get a force. They do have the bunker they can kind of retreat into after they're done spamming, so we'll have to see. Struck Mine's not quite falling for the bait yet. Lau is in there, so they're going to try and take the space and make it a little bit easier. Matt walking over, but both bombs coming in. One on the back door. Fane trying to shoot through the window. We'll get a good rocket onto Lau, and then the force will come through as well. Only losing Fane for the force. It's an absolutely great sack wave there, and they'll be able to fight very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Tachyon, who's like sitting above that window, and so he didn't even, he just kind of like hit Lau with a nice rocket there, and that made it pretty easy for Fane. So soirée will be pretty disappointed they let themselves get forced so easily, so it's just basically full ad here for, actually they're going with a nice double bomb.
Yep, the soirée were kind of a bit forward there, and they noticed it, and they were able to Uber in and pick up Lau and Matt just fragging everyone, getting 2 pipe kills there, and it's only going to be Connor and Enrith left alive. Enrith eventually getting picked up at the end there, and they will have this 30 ad and also the cap point, so it's not looking terrible, but the clock has run down for soirée.
We have lost the control point.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they didn't really play all that very well, but you get so much time just from winning that first mid with your med living, so despite them not playing it all that well, they won't be that disappointed with the outcome.
Absolutely, and they have this ad, so soirée need to make the decision whether or not they're going to fight before the Ubers so they don't get caught out. They are going in, and they're creating space, but they're not going quickly, so it looks like it's likely going to be some sort of sack wave, and Down is bombing. He will go behind. Connor will jump straight onto Doge, gets a first good rocket to pop him up, and the finisher by Down, not quite able to do it. Doge with balls of steel, 13 health, and jumping in will eventually get the force, so it's not all that bad, along with Lau living. Actually, not a bad result there for soirée. It was looking grim originally with that bomb, but got a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the bombs were pretty close to getting the force, but yeah, Enrith in the end doing a good job of that one. Sorry, my game has just crashed. I'll be back in a second.
So they are walking in on the right cookie here. They don't have Uber yet, but they're about to get it. Again, it's the opposite situation now. Struck Mines need to decide what they're going to do. They can't get caught out by this Uber. They really can't afford a lot more time cut down here. So they're going to go across the point, but Doge thankfully is baiting in main. He will run out. The bomb comes straight onto him. It's an exceptional bomb by Connor, and he's able to pick up Doge. Now, can they get any sort of kill? And they will only be able to... Oh, they do end up getting Lau, actually, which is not a terrible trade there, but Doge should not be caught there.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty sloppy from him. Like, this round, they already were down a decent amount of time, and that could have just been, if he lives there, their way back for winning this one.
Yeah, definitely. Thankfully, Lau will get picked up there. So while soirée do have the point, they are able to keep the Ubers even. So we'll have to see. Walking up on the left here, not a whole lot of spam. They actually get him quite for free. Tachyon is low though. Silver almost picking him up, but he will be able to live. Now the bomb comes out once he was arrowed, and he will eventually get picked up by Cookie along with Liam dying early. So they're actually on the back foot here with one player down, but they do have those faster spawns because they have not kept the point. Yeah, Silvo is hiding on the left here, but Sheep sees him and just two-shots him. Unlucky by Silvo there. And now they have to be really careful. That Silvo spawner is going to take a while, so they're going to take the aggression. Matt walking in, they will drop the demo in the Uber. And Doge milking for his life. Oh, he doesn't quite have yet, but he will eventually get. Unintentional great milk, and Lau getting popped up there will get picked up. I think, yeah, he will by Tachyon. Matt popping up well, and it's only Silvo who died early in the fight left over.
Yeah, okay. Finally back in after my game decided to crash a few times, but yeah, I called the end of that Uber, but it looked like a really good one. Obviously, they picked everyone off. Silvo, I don't really think that's ever the play, hiding in that sort of corner. On this map, it's way too easy to get spotted. You kind of basically have to go behind if you're going to make that sort of play.
Yeah, definitely. You have to be so careful. And Doge will have an extra 30 ad behind. Down's behind. They have picked him up actually. He will get one rocket onto Doge, which will weaken him up enough for Connor, and he will inevitably die. So now they're a medic down. Doge is dead. They have 30 seconds on the point soirée. This is good, but they don't have the Uber yet. They need maybe a bit of incentive here from Struck Minds to try and get a force, or they will opt just to wait.
Yeah, I'm surprised Struck Minds decided not to do anything there, because they didn't really react very well to down going behind. They just kind of waited till he got a nice rocket off, and it just meant Connor could bomb. But then they did sack for some reason, when it's like, well, you just spent 15 seconds not doing anything. There's no reason not to sack. Now they're in, and Vane is doing the same sort of thing, but I think they've seen the better. Lau will have to force here. Yeah, he does. But they're going to kill everyone anyway, so I don't see... Yeah, it has to be the Sheep Doge miracle, but even Sheep I don't think is good enough for this one.
Explodes instantly. Yeah, look, they were in quite a dire situation there. They realistically, they needed a force, and for only like one or two people max to die to stand a chance there, and unfortunately they couldn't do it. So soirée with, in my opinion, the unexpected first round here, but it's not over. They still have plenty of time left. We'll see what they have to do, but yeah, on the back foot now, Struck Minds.
Yeah, I mean, interesting. They didn't really set the catch or that first mid apart from Lau living, so it'll be interesting if they do anything different. Looks like Down is just going to go behind. They are looking for him this time, and he's just going to ignore them and get straight on the scouts. But a bit of beef there, and not much has really happened. Just a lot of bombs and not much hit.
Down again though with some great back shots. Will get picked up though, unfortunately not able to get anyone. And now they're on even plays here, both soldiers spawning at the exact same time, so it's essentially a 5v5 here. And they're trying to edge the point a little bit, but Liam getting knocked back there by the sticky, unable to provide much support for his team. But Connor going down on the left is a great pick, along with Cookie. Sheep just walking forward, a train. And now they're two players down. They have to be so careful. They will try and Uber, but Silver gets dropped. And Doge
really nice
with a really good
yeah.
surf as well, straight out. Honestly, the perfect mid you could ask for. They haven't capped, they have the Uber, and Lau is dead.
Yeah, I mean, Matt did die right at the end there. I wouldn't be able to please if I was him, but yeah, apart from that, really well played by them. I think soirée just got a bit over, committed there without really needing to, because they had both soldiers trade, and then they decided, well, we'll just go for something, and then with how the mid was going, it probably wasn't the best idea. They didn't really hit anything. Now they should just sack straight in. Lau is pretty forward though.
Lau is forward, but they're opting to sit and bunker. Doge is so far behind that it's probably very unlikely he'll get caught. They are taking this initial aggression, and they're actually killing the players that aren't in the bunker. This is smart aggression by soirée, and they still don't pick him up for it. They're healing. Lau's already on 60%. They're going for the Uber now, hoping they're caught. The players are, but not the medics. So, I mean, they turned a bad situation into a little bit of a better one, but Lau unfortunately will not die, and they're going to have Uber.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Struck Minds were expecting that, because Dork was kind of AFK, just jumping up and down, pistoling on, the back hut, and he just got one rocketed, and then the scout chased him, and yeah, then they didn't have that much defending behind apart from that soldier, so they got picked up early and got the easy force, so well played there by soirée.
It is the opposite situation here, and they will eventually go straight in for the Uber, but Doge with a decent surf, he will get picked up surely. They can't see him except Cookie hunting him down. Connor and Down will go down, along with maybe Enrith.
Oh, pause?
I think it's a pause. But yeah, not a decent Uber by soirée. They're able to pick up Doge, losing two soldiers for it, but the collapse here from Fane, could be deadly, but it's
No,
looking unlikely.
There's no way he hits Lau from here. Like, his rocket's not even going past that wall, and Lau's well hidden. So unless there's some weird janky pause stuff, I don't see him being hit by that. Really weird. I don't see how Doge was like that forward really without, you know, much support. Like, he wasn't really healing that well to run away, and even with his amazing surf and like dodging, he was basically on 8 health, so Cookie just had to see him. And even after that surf, he had no one. So
yeah,
need some better, you know, combination there. They played with each other long enough that that shouldn't be, you know, be happening, especially not in a grand final.
Yeah, definitely. It's crucial for Doge. It's kind of just like the textbook thing for him to live there.
Yeah, Fane dies.
Back in Fane dies.
Wow, nice, too far. He does actually get a cheeky Enrith pick, so.
The cheeky Enrith pick isn't all that bad actually, because now they're gonna have to wait. They can't cap the point straight away. It's just dwindling the clock a little bit. And I mean, they can fight before Ubers. My HUD is broken, so I'm gonna reload. But
they got a minute and a half basically. So yeah, good time at least. I mean, that's like we said last round. Basically, that minute and a half, even though they didn't play it perfectly, is basically what won it for them. And Laos actually going to get Uber here, so they should be able to play a bit. Soldier, kind of a pretty unfortunate bomb by Tachyon. Gets a bit bullied. Fane that will go down, so just the Soldier trade so far, but I believe down will also, yeah, get dead. A bit over-aggressive. I don't think they needed to, but they have made enough time for Lau to get Uber, and Doja's half health here. So Doja's in a huge amount of trouble again if they hit any shots. Amazing dodging, but it means he's stuck, and yeah, they can't really do anything. Once again, I don't know why they don't just sack here.
Yeah, look, it's totally unfortunate that Doge keeps dying in these Uber pushes. Like, it's almost textbook. Maybe they thought they didn't have Uber quite yet, and the call was let's quickly fight them before the Uber. But it's pretty sloppy, and it's losing them the round. Thankfully, they do have the time. But Enrith getting an absolute nice double kill with the traps here, and the rest of them are just going in. They're just saying bugger it. We're going to try and force the med, a type of Xeno play, but unfortunately,
Dork almost got Lau. He actually had nice positioning, but unfortunately, Enrith saw him pretty early, so he put Lau on 20.
Those traps are insanely clutch as well, because not only do you kill their med, right, you slow them down, you get time off this point, so they have to, inevitably, they're going to have to sack here, try and get some kind of force in order to be able to, you know, play the point again and get their own time.
Doja's already eating shit, he's already half health here. Actually, yeah, forced pretty early. Doja's finally far away enough that he will actually live, so really well played here. They've got it in behind as well. Enrith is actually just being left to die with the Uber. They were just trying to chase, and yeah, actual total disaster, so perfectly played by Struck Minds here if they can keep Doja up.
Yeah, look, it is both the scouts, but unfortunately they're not as coordinated as they normally are, and they will die one by one there. But that is an absolutely insane play that they needed to get the force, and then not even like really not many players die, and then re-collapse, Doge living. They've totally turned the situation around now. Now Soirée are in the difficult position of where, okay, well they have 100% ad, they have the point, it's only a minute left now, we have to be really careful.
Forward play as well, and they haven't spotted it. They're all in the house there, yeah. Actually, Lau actually might live here. He's lucky, no, he gets crushed. Yeah, they did not spot that at all. No one going into house, so really smart play there from Struck Mine.
I'm really surprised they didn't get spotted there. They sort of did it very last minute, but thankfully they didn't, and it's just Sheep against Cookie there, and he will pick him up in the 1v1 with heals, however, and in an absolutely insane spot now. They have the ad. It's only slight, actually, but they do have the point. I'll have to slow down a little bit here for the spawners, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one downside of Ubering that forward, though, is it basically, because of how quickly Lau dies, it's almost essentially even, and they just all spawn so quick. So you do get, you know, you do gain a decent amount of time, but it kind of evens it up really quickly. I just straight in on Lau here. Connor kind of takes the brunt of it, though, and it's actually working out pretty well here, because Doge dies midway through that. I assume to a bomb I did not see.
Yeah, Doge unfortunately dies to a bomb and eats a couple of Enrith stickies, I believe, and Lau will live, so they don't have the point yet, but they are going to get it very easily, and they have this full ad. They have a whole minute left. Oh, Vane bombing in, not realizing his team's not there and will die. That's so bad. That's going to slow them down. Time is of the essence here. They have 50 seconds. They realistically, if they cap here, they're probably going to win the round, so long as they get a force by Lau here. So that's what the goal should be for Struck Minds. They don't have much time at all.
Yeah, I mean, Fane, at least with his insane rollouts, is here already, and they do get a bomb, and they're actually going to clean up a few people. And Lau has an Ubered here, and both teams have just lost a lot of people. I imagine Dork will get rocketed here as well, so yeah. Looked like a promising start, but then they just got absolutely cleaned up by the other players.
It's not all over yet, however. The spawns will be slow for Silvo, slower, but it's going to be really hard. Doja's only on 70%, so what they need to do, they need to get the cap time and they need to kite this Uber. It's going to be very difficult, but they can still win this. They're walking in, he's on 90%.
Dork just dies on the flank though, that's really bad.
The 1v1, yeah, the 1v1 on the flank, and he's not even going to get picked up yet. Robo just says, bugger it, I'm going to go for the trade. He needs to try and get any kills, but Enrith is being left out. Can they get him? They do end up getting Enrith, actually. So they're one demo down for 2 players. They could still win this fight. Shooting on the right, Silvo low. Oh, but they will pick up Doge, so they don't have heals now, so it's looking even more grim. Mal on the left will get picked up along with Sheep, and it's just Liam, the early death, who will inevitably go down.
Dork dying that early basically made it over for them, because yeah, like you said, Enrith did die, but they were already, it was basically a 5v3 on the point because Dork was dead. And Doge's dodging was actually insane there. He probably lived at least 5 seconds longer than he should, but he wasn't healing his team, and just because of how slow Dork's spawn was. So really well played there by Down, getting that crucial pick that essentially, you know, closed the round for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Onto mid, let's see if we can see a little bit of a switch up maybe for Struck Mines. They are in a do or die position. This was their map pick, and if they lose this, they're 2 down. It could be very grim. Connor bombing will fade over, fading onto the soldiers actually, and we'll be able to pick up both of them pretty easily, but they will end up getting down. It's 2 for 1, it's not a great deal, but they have to be so careful with this cap time. They are able to block, and they do. They're going to walk back. And it looks like they're going to get the better end of this fight because they're 1 down. Matt, Enrith with a great sticky to pick up Matt there, and now they really have to run. They're just trying to scrounge for anything. Liam just getting picked up on the right there as well.
Yeah, he did a really good body block though, stopping his med being bombed, so Dork would be pretty happy with that death. But yeah, interesting to decide to keep fighting that 4v5. I don't think they're, you know, when they sack and when their fight decisions have been, apart from that one really good Uber have been that good, and Fane getting picked up on the flank, Down just dominating these last, you know, minute or so on that flank there. And yeah, like they're just kind of feeding here a bit. You either need to like all commit there once Fane dies, or, you know, just wait. It's kind of pointless, like one person kind of is fighting after that one death. Just all send it, you know, and you'll all be up anyway before you do anything.
It feels like they're never getting a good fight, like an advantageous fight. Like they're always 1 down, they always have to slow it down. They're going for the trade, but Down gets the early force, and Lau is immediately out. He's at the back of the map, so there's no way they will get any sort of force off this Uber. And with a minute down, full ad, they're going to dwindle the clock even more, Soirée.
Yeah, I mean, they won't get quite to that minute advantage, but they do get the full Uber ad. So yeah, Down once again, just kind of crushing it at the moment. They are just going to go in for this huge jump straight away. Lau is so far back though. Like Lau and Cookie are just never in a, you know, very easy spot. Apart from that one time they didn't spot them, I don't think they've really been caught out at all. And yeah, once again, kind of cleaning up with his scouts means they don't even force there. At least Doge was back, so I'd rather them do that sort of play. I mean, they don't get the force, but at least it was like, you know, well, we're not going to waste time here, we'll go for the force, and at least we'll be, you know, up almost when our med has Uber to, you know, do another play, rather than, oh, one person died, we'll just waste another 30 seconds, you know, playing with each other, nowhere, you know, near the point or the enemy.
I mean, they're not in a terrible position here. Like, it's not like they can't come back from this. They have the Uber, they're walking up. Great spam by Soirée, though. We'll slow them down a little bit, but they won't lose that early pick like they typically do. So it's actually a pretty even fight here. Sheep going across the point. The Ubers will get used before. Soirée will use the Uber before, and more flashing. But they're trying to get that soldier behind to pick up Matt. He doesn't. He's unable to shoot that rocket, and he will get picked up. Now they're collapsing straight onto Cookie. Lau will go down as well, and it's just, can they get Doge? Enrith will miss the bomb, and Silvo trying to clean up for his team, but will not be able to get Doge. So actually, a total
horrible trade.
Yeah, not what I would have expected there. Cookie kind of like almost going into them while having the point. Like, it's an aggressive play, but they didn't really get much for it, and they decided to put Connor in the Uber, and he just was unable to kill anything as well, and just got picked up. So
yeah, I mean, it's a bit unnecessary, and like they just deathballed really well on Struck Mines there. Like you said, Connor went into the Uber, kind of missed, and then they just crushed him, and then Down as well, got bullied by Sheep. This time Connor is the one that goes behind. They haven't really dealt with him at all, and yeah, Dork doesn't know, and he just walks into them, so... And Matt's gonna get left out. Actually, they've missed kind of everything on Matt somehow. He should have really died there instantly, but the soldiers don't hit a whole lot, but it's still working out pretty well for them. Doge gets picked up as well, so I'm not sure how that happened, but Dork just dies, and then it's just a total collapse after their own, you know, collapse on the other team.
As soon as Dork died, it left Matt in an open position on the left side of the point.
They missed everything though.
Yeah,
like they basically didn't hit anything, which was pretty funny, so...
they
I thought that
used
could have
their
been- they could
team
have won.
soldiers to like help Matt out, which left Sheep and Doge just to get absolutely obliterated by the flank. So in the end, not great, but they will go for an immediate sack wave. They need to get this force. It's so crucial. He will get a little bit of damage. Fane trying to shoot through the window, won't be able to get any damage, and they Lau just unscathed, took like 30 damage in that whole ordeal, and will live.
Yeah, I mean, once again, not a great sack, but they're still much better off doing that and going quickly and doing something than they are, you know, twiddling their thumbs. But after how promising that was looking from that, you know, that trade, they've just kind of collapsed again in there. You know, 25 seconds of getting 3-0'd on, you know, what I would say is generally one of their, you know, pretty good maps. Definitely, you know, cost favored, they picked this one. So not what you want to be seeing in the grand final.
It is absolutely do or die. They need cap time, they need to get the Ubers out of the way, and they're not doing any of it yet. They are starting to walk up now. Sheep, the trap's on the left, and he will miss the debt. The Uber comes out early with Connor, it's the same sort of thing. But Sheep is going to go back a little bit.
Matt
They
will
do
die.
get Matt this time, however, and they've got like 4 players behind on their side. They haven't got any kills on the side of Struck Mines. They're about to get pincered, it looks like, and a collapse on Doge. He surfs all the way back, a good surf, but the rest of his team left to their demise, all dying around him. It is literally just Tachyon, and he will end up getting picked up. And that's it. That's the map.
Yeah, that's it. Wow. And Matt can't make it. Yeah, I mean, just actually like dominated. Once again, they went for the same play there, and it worked a lot better that time because Matt didn't really get a flash. I think he surfed too far, really, to be saved, and it meant Cookie could just chase after them. And just in the scrappy fight, I don't know, maybe I feel like Down, so many of the time they're just sitting on this hut waiting, and Down just bombs them and does like enough damage to them that they're basically, you know, useless in that fight. Even though Down stat-wise, not looking that too good, but overall, yeah, I mean, obviously you have to sack more, but that's looks like a pretty rough one from the flank and soldiers in general. Everyone apart from Sheep, really, and Matt did pretty similar to Enrith. Enrith actually tanked a lot of damage as well.
It could be that they swapped to a Sydney server and they no longer had 5 ping, but I doubt that's likely. Yeah, I mean, like I said before in the game, it felt like there was never an even fight going on. It always felt like someone died on the flank, or like they had like 2 players behind them and they were getting pincered or something. There was never quite that yeah, just the even fight, I guess.
It just felt too easy, like a lot of the times. It wasn't even like, you know, wow, this guy hit like a triple midied me or something insane. It was literally just, well, just do the same behind bomb and they won't deal with it very well.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
Like, a lot of like that last fight again was, or the fight before was like, you know, Down went behind or Connor went behind. Dork didn't notice, Dork died. It's like, well, that's a 5v6. And then the start of the round, well, Fane, the same thing happened with Fane. And then, yeah, they're bombs. I mean, it's one of those games where, well, the other team as Uber will bomb and we didn't hit. And so that's why our stats suck and it feels bad, but...
Definitely.
Sorry to, yeah, I mean, look, I was watching it as well from both, again, capping our stream and Sheep's POV, and I'll be honest, like, the side of Struck Mines, like, unfortunately, Sheep was just getting height denied so much, like, the amount, like, Enrith was hitting some really nice pipes, and Sheep just eating the strays pretty much, and then immediately get tagged in 20, okay, has to jump off, get arrowed, and Doge as well mentioning, like, they're playing really aggressive, and it's basically, soirée, just able to send people behind, but then Struck Mines sort of just not dealing with it fast enough because, especially those sort of post fights, it's just they get collapsed on really, really easily from what I noticed, especially after capping the point, and even at last round, soirée, obviously, you know, it's obviously what they cap the point, they take the trade, and then they just literally, you know, scout and soldier on point, and then the combo and demo all behind, and just damage onto the combo, and essentially it's the game, and obviously 3-0, and now pretty much soirée now on map point, and obviously Elmo mentioned earlier, obviously the soldiers, you know, having to sack more, go behind, do what, but I feel like despite Down and Connor not having probably, like, obviously more kills compared to Tachyon and Fane, but Down and Connor going behind was just causing so much sort of chaos, in my opinion.
Yeah, they literally weren't being dealt with. You said, like, not being dealt with it quick enough. They just weren't at all. Like, it was either Dork was dying to them, or they just ignored them.
Dork was locked in. He was locked in.
But unfortunately, you know, that's obviously a big factor. But I think the biggest thing, that major problem was simply getting caught by their Ubers.
Yeah.
Like, Lau literally did not get touched at all. Like, only, like Elmo said, once when they did a hide play and bunker, whereas Doge, almost every single Uber is getting caught in main or by someone behind or whatever it might be.
I just want to, sorry to cut off, but like looking even at the just general stats, obviously Doge dying 11 times and then Lau only dying 7, but compared to the damage taken and stuff, Doge are just eating so much just because how aggressive his team wants to play. They want to go into the face and kill, but unfortunately, you can't really do a whole lot of that when there's 2 people behind just, causing basically a ruckus. But then one thing to note as well is Struck Minds throughout that game, obviously watching Sheep's POV, they are getting a little bit frustrated, a little bit tilted, definitely, I can understand. So this is a map where they need to sort of like ignore what happened and start fresh. And you can especially, I know Dork watching it, he's definitely building a little bit of frustrations, trying to adapt. And there's definitely some clashes, I feel, in what they want to do. Maybe some not indecisiveness, but Doge's, like, for example, one situation, Doge and then want to go aggressive into Soirée sort of yard area and take... just basically force Lau or just, drop him pretty much. But unfortunately, it's like there was a little bit of hesitation, but then they went for it. But then again, timing and sort of other factors would be into play. I mean, in the end, it just didn't work out too well. They did try it, but then, yeah, I mean, look, I think they need to reset onto process and hopefully start the reverse sweep, obviously, and Soirée now on match and series point.
Yeah, I mean... Oh, you go, Elmo.
Sorry, I just find it a bit weird because like they had 2 really good plays, and then it didn't really feel like they tried doing that very much again. Like they had that one, I think it was the second round, where they didn't go for like a full-on sack. Like they kind of did, like they went behind while forcing, and so just because of the pressure, they called Soirée to force, and Doge and Sheep just ran away, and they lived behind and got kills. And then that never really happened again. And then there was that even play when it was like that was when they were disad, and they didn't try that again. And then, they had an ad one where they just played together. But it looks like we're getting to the second map pretty quickly already.
Yes. Yep. So, I mean, they've done it before. They can do it again. They can come back, but it's looking grim. We're going to cut to a break, and then we'll be back with the action on potentially the final map of Process.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. First map. And
well, that was grim freaky, but...
Yeah.
We would like to remind everyone that at LAN, it was a reverse sweep. They did lose map 5, but they did come back from the 2-0, and I think they can do it again. It wasn't on product, but it was on, this is on Clearcut this time, same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Mid-fight is up, down, dead. So is Dork. Could see it back, but again, it's not looking good here for Struck Minds. Silvo's all the way behind. Lau used the Uber out, Feign dead, and Silvo is going to pick up Doze Breath with the help of Cookie. Sheep, this could be it. This could be a Lamb Part 2 moment where he gets a 5k on product.
Maybe he will. Never mind.
Dog on Engineer on last.
I remember that 5k on product fondly. Yeah. I could recite it now. Hi, chat. Thanks for that. That was awesome. That was so cool.
I was going to show off my view cam then. Oh.
Yeah.
The control point is being contested.
Oh. This is the score, chat.
Oh god, not this again. Yeah.
Well. Honestly,
Map 3.
It's so easy to hold. Let's see this gun and sniper completely decimate the Ubered and we'll equalize to mid. The reverse sweep will begin. Already going for a pick on the gun 5 door. Kind of won't get sniped this time. And they're fast using through 4. Sticks giving himself point. Not much gained yet for Soirée. They will get a bit of cap time. They will get a side. He will get body shot at the ends quickly. And here's the 6v6 fight at the end of this. But they're heavy to deal with as well. They do get the Dork heavy. Trades a piece.
Loud
looking
dead.
okay for Struck. But the cap is being got. I think they've done this. Just Enrith looking for the med kill at the end. And Doge is not dying to that.
Not dying indeed. This could be it. The up-and-comers, little indie team called Struck Minds. Struck Minds regaining their control of this map, taking on second. Full ad pushing into mid.
Yeah, pushing the mid. There is going to be a Silvo sniper watching the deep choke angle, and that is where they're going. I think Sheep will spot this, or will spot it by dying as well. It could have been a rough one as well. I think they will want to take this anyway. They're going through IT. Dork has been spotted and pushed out now. I think he'll be caught in the Zuba. They're just going to use through. Oh, and Matt is so deep. Surely one of these soldiers dies. Yeah, gets down as well. 40% remaining until Soirée can get there, but I'm not sure that's enough time for them to go for something here. They're just going to be stacking this. We'll see if they can do a similar hold on mid where they get a really nice force. Actually, I'm going for some stuff. Al-Qaeda while down is dead. 99%. I think they're going to call it off now. They actually get the force on height. I'm not sure how that happened. Looks like Tachyon went for a sneak through IT and got through. And wow, that's a completely nullified Uber on second. Struckmine's happy to take this space in mid. Far back on choke. Looks like Dork will get caught. And well, close to Uber, but 2 players down is pretty rough for them. Same situation, but in reverse now on second.
Chow just gets put down by Sheep.
Down does not get the free force like Tachyon did.
Both teams missing 1. 5 seconds on the respawn for down, but again, Matt uses the Uber through choke. He's in the stratosphere.
It's massive. Oh, but the medic surfs it perfectly. They do get the sync on Cookie, but Blau is out. I like it. I like the idea of these the deep bombs. They're straight back in, and 90%. They're not even going to get this cap this time. Huge leapfrogging happening on mid, but oh, Doge quite close maybe. Very catchable. I think they're just going to settle for the cap though. Looks like there's a player sacking through the side. Silver's super aware of it. Lucky to live actually. Able to have a solid disad hold on second, I think. Looks like they're wanting to take this through IT. Not super catchable, but all these flank players might be. Yeah. Door cleaned up, soldier cleaned up. That's another 2 kills for the Ubrab, swap.
Cap has gone by so fast. It's 2 respawns here for struck mines, but again, that ad is going to be a crucial step. Sheep, we could see a moment here.
Oh, he's been spotted.
Door 5, they're through struck mines. Have to defend this last here. Half cap hits. That's a lot of cap time here.
Sheep
down.
Oh, it's still going either way. But yeah, the force for struck mines. Might even struggle on second here with those late deaths. Yeah, we'll get some early cap time. Cookie's ready to poke though. Actually, having a quick look, he will get bounced out. Yeah, that's going to be their second. But maybe a quick recontest from Blue. They are pretty aggressive choke. They've got some space on pipe. Soldier through Sewer as well. Might be a bit of a 6v6 on second. Down, Con I mean. Hurt on the ground. But Emma taking so much space under. Down does die for that, but the trade that has happened in IT. Looks like a solid retake from Soirée, and we're just back on last again.
Soirée take it into last here. The sniper call, Lau pops it. Heard the sniper call.
Yeah, and no gun this time after how fast it was. Ban on the med. Yeah, Lau does get picked off here. This is going alright considering they didn't have time to put up the gun. They're heavy more than enough though, and it's just Connor and Cookie. They will get cleaned up, I think. Cookie hiding 5. We see him do some nonsense, maybe?
Could see some nonsense. He is doing a little stare down here.
He's been found.
Just wasting time. Medic and Tachyon finds Cookie. Door 5. Holding pipe Silver when Sewer though sees the Tachyon bomb. There it is. It gets the body shot onto him. Soldier down here.
With the so no scout alive in this, so free med kill honestly for Sheep. No scout for the medic speed. But the double soldier back kill, we didn't even see that for I think maybe 1 or lower. And that's the Soirée round off of that. That's rough. So much leapfrogging there, but Soirée get the end of it with some flank plays. What do you think they do differently on mid, Freaky? Oh, Freaky not here?
My troubles. That is fine. Differently on mids, well, I don't know, they're all being reactive right now. I couldn't really pinpoint one thing.
Standard classic reactive mid from these teams.
Yeah.
One fade down. And now fade from Fane. They're both leaving. Looks like these IT players get cleaned up. At least one of them. Connor does die for it. And one of them's all the way through IT. Matt actually dies on point Enrith Essing, and it looks like it's going to be a better defense from Soirée. Maybe Sheep can pop off here. Lots of damage on the med. There's a solid 100, but Lau does end up living in the end.
Good pipes from Enrith there, just clearing up. Bit of janitor. Yeah, 100%. The goat. You're glazing Dork, I'm glazing Enrith and Matt.
Oh, I glaze Enrith, don't worry.
Anyway, last Full disad here. All spawners are up though, but Sheep on that sniper. We haven't seen much of him, but this could be it. This could be it.
Keep
Bit
in
of a
mind
land
that actually
2.0.
won a proper last this time. The only round was a back cap, so they're doing a good job on these disads.
Loud going into lobby. Sheep's looking on that stairwell and right spawn here into the lobby side. Door 5 he is now. He's switching between those
Can't
two.
quite
Point of
guess the one.
There it is. Used through door 4. Lau uses it. Sentry gun just finally dies here.
And
Most of it's
and
going to be in the
left.
lower right.
Bouncing the hell out of that soldier with sticks. Never mind, they're going to have that right. Not much gained here, but they are on Heaven. Down does die for it, but does a lot of damage into Heaven. Heavy gets pushed out. Still getting cap time on point with the beam as well. Oh, cap time in the end, like locking them into spawn there right at the very end and getting great 3 times on the cap. That's a really good Ubrad from Soirée. Worked a lot better than the previous one where they just were able to refight perfectly. And it's looking grim. They need to not be losing these rounds. At least not fast, Freaky. They need to go a bit slower. I think the passive mid was working so well for Soirée. I think that maybe they can out-passive them. I'm not sure. I did say I wanted to see them chaos a lot more. But we just keep seeing the soldiers get
Toe's just on that height.
and
Tagging on Fey bombs on top of sewer door here. But again, Connor
wow,
commits.
Toe's still
Doge.
height. Wait, he's perfect maybe.
Connor dead. There's no solis.
He might have just invented something.
New meta invented here. No solis on Soirée here. Struck mines. Only losing 1 that mid.
Do you think you just did like to hell with it? We're doing that.
Yeah,
This
fuck it, we ball type shit.
Yeah, that's insane. Cookie flanking you left straight away
Yeah.
onto Doge. Doge doing some perfect movement.
Whoa.
Oh, 146 onto Doge. I cannot believe he just does that back and forward movement to get the live.
Is Muhammad's a fucking big, I'll tell you that. Door 1, he is looking to go. He's caught HP. He's going to regain some health before they push it. But even Ubers both survives, but Cookie does die here. Tachyon, door 2
Down
does
losing that
get
duel
caught.
on door 2, and that's going to be... Oh, never mind. Silver's winning his own duel on the flank, and that's going to be rough. Then losing lobby, maybe even losing a bit of second space.
Pushing second a little bit, just pressuring
Yeah,
for
nothing to be
anything.
gained.
Yeah, 2 down those.
Sorry, they're up 2 rounds. They don't need to risk anything crazy.
Dork.
Yeah, and Dork
Dork,
is sniping. This is what I wanted to see. It's great having Sheep and Dork. They just look the perfect utils.
Best utility, both them up. Door 1, Dork is
Straight around the 1
looking
peak.
at, opens the shutter door. What does he find? No one. Left.
We're going to see the perfect Counter-Strike peak onto the soldier, right?
Yeah, door 1. Let's see it. Nico,
Oh,
simple.
they're perfectly
Who has it
hiding
on
around
Dork? Traps door 1.
So,
They're pressure cooking.
Lau knows exactly where they are and he's perfectly against it.
Sniping into door 5 from lower lobby there. Getting spammed out here, peeking door 3. This could be your major
this could be
pick
good.
here.
And Red's kind of caught in the corner, but both soldiers managed to push him out of through 5. He actually manages to barely live.
Sniper rotating, door 1 again.
Yep.
Simple.
I think this is a... Ooh, the med's in the dispenser this time, so if they can just get him a peek... They're just struggling to give him a peek. They're not giving him anything.
They are really not playing it really close. That's what you want here. But again, he's going to go door 5. Maybe her
and
shot
he's made it
is...
this time. Oh, but the soldier's on him.
Whoa, Connor, good pressure from him. They got to play safe. They got to play smart here.
Dog's just going for the hero shot 1. Which
Yeah,
is,
door. Oh, this is it. Simple.
This is it.
Nico, simple. Anyone.
Oh, almost. That one was a solid try. Throw a bit of a mix into his normal peak. Oh, Connor is perfectly bounced Tachyon on this door and might even get the sniper as well. Not going to push his luck, but that'll end their spree in lobby.
Here we go. Still
Sounds
stealth.
going for the defensive counter spy. Do you like this?
It's not bad. Not bad.
I thought he was maybe checking.
He's
utils,
probably going to
but
get the sniper here or the medic.
I think he's going to get everyone. He might. He's not even. Oh, is that even Spice?
Andy
Is he
Root
Spice
takes some
Eagle?
notes here.
Is it
Decloaking on
Spice Eagle?
Doge.
And Matt
Gets
was
past.
looking- Oh.
But
Matt just turns around. Maybe
Dork dead,
Highlander
though.
player, Matt. Rhinelander, see you next season. And they're just taking a trade with that down death. Dork dead as well, but at the end of this, gun dead, Uber's traded. Oh, super bouncing Sheep at door 4 there.
she's going to play the point here. Early pressure
Same
cap
dies
is really
for that
good.
pressure, but yeah, not enough. With that heavy alert, it's so rough.
Oh, the Tachyon bomb from height. Heaven makes sure Silvo sees some god in that death screen there. 3 dead.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Struck mines. Out to the point here, probably a mid defense here.
I like the attempt. You're not going to get a better chance, really. It's so hard to push to these stalemates, especially when both teams know exactly how to counter basically everything you can throw at them. Shape on sniper, let's see. They'll probably start pressure cooking from Sewer here.
Sheep on the sniper this time.
Sheep on the sniper. He said, let me show you how to do it. And they're ready to open the door for Sheep here. They're not going to do it for him. They might have just seen him then. They're not giving him very much of a window to get a pick. So hard for Sheep here. He might get something. Just as the door closes, he gets almost a good shot onto down. Meanwhile, this is all happening because they have one scout in combo and one sniper. They actually get a scout leaking through IT. And he's gone all the way to their second. They do actually just end up going all the way back for him, and now they're good to go for a bit more of a more aggressive pressure cook. But this time, Connor hiding in sewer. They're not going to expect this while they're a play down. Oh, and he's going to get the force. Gets the drop actually of the Doge. Really, really smart from Connor. And I think they're just taking this. This is a chaos with giving Sheep some space while they all go in, and with this blinded Sheep anyway. And luckily, Tachyon gets the force, but I think all these players are probably dying. Never mind. The great escape from Fame? Oh no, he got sniped by Enrith, never mind. Yeah, Matt got out at least. And that'll give Doge someone to grind with. Not huge disad, but they do lose a point. And they will get a brawl for Al-Qaeda here while they're 2 players down for Soirée.
Stivo just leaking through aggressive lower IT, he's just making some space.
Great
Soli's up!
Sticks from Matt. They do pick off, he does trade for it there in the end. And this will be second, I think, unless another player drops.
Last hold, 30 yard for good old Soirée. Door 5 is stuffed out by Fame, but quickly finds his demise. Second is Cap, let's push through Door 5 Soirée. 40 ad. The ad is dwindling here. 2-0 down. Sorry,
great headshot from Sheep during the Uber.
Taking
and
in
they
the
still get good cap time.
Quarter cap here, but again, it's going to be a post-super fight. That left-hand side, Doge is pressured immensely from Evan from down. Connor kills off good old Matt, and it's just a Sheep, Fane, and Tachyon defending from Silvo and down. Sheep dead. The Roman trade, Silvo versus
Silvo. Oh, perfect from Fane. And those are all respawners. Fane really kept them in there. That could have been real bad. Especially Doge dying to the down flank from Heaven. Doesn't give them anything to go with in this next fight. And they're 40% down in the Ubers. No chance of a second cap either. They have a quicker look, but they're not going to give him anything. Yeah, rough. Sheep building the gun. And 30% until this Uber happens. And last time it was a really solid one. See what they want to take this, Freaky. They're through one. Everyone leaving through Heaven here, and it's actually going to chase through it. Might get, it does get saved at the very end, but no one dropping, and they're actually going to hold that much space other than the Heaven control. And at the end of this Uber, they might even get pincered by the red team. They're still stuck in Heaven. Enrith does pick up the gun and Sheep as they enter, but Cookie's been taken out. Probably going to spell the end for Lau as well, and Lau does get taken out 5. And just a sack attempt now onto Doge, who will be living. Just Enrith and Silver as they go in. Have we spotted Silver? It looks like he's going to... No, but Fane is super onto it, and he's not going to let that back up happen. And of course, Silver going for something. You know he's going for something.
We have secured the control point.
Ooh, this is the drop onto...
Yeah, play it down. They're not going to expect someone to be hiding, but he knows exactly where they're going to go with that pick. Play it nice and slow with the pick, and he hides in the perfect corner. And that was huge.
Pushing into second, here we go.
Yeah, here's that pressure cook. No sniper this time. Don't think they'll want to use for this. These soldiers going to go for the solo sack. Perfectly cleaned up by Sheep. No force from Doge. And if they can do something with that pick, it's a lot better than waiting for the respawn and having to do a bit of a stalemate poke. I don't think this is going to be ad by the time they go, but they're still going to take it. They're straight into spawn. Lau now has, in Heaven, not much cap time gotten yet, and actually Doge is in big trouble. Does get bounced as well on the door. You're gonna live! Oh, he gets healed right at the end by Cookie. Such a shame. They really believed in the ad there. They wanted to hope in something. Should be a free second for soirée now, and huge ad for them going into mid as well. It's looking grim, freaky. 7 minutes into Benny config as well.
It's only 2-0. It's probably, yeah, it's not looking good, but the resistance is there, and Struck Minds, again, we've seen this at LAN.
Yes.
The comeback is real. We're so back. It's only 2-0.
We could be so back. They very easily could. They could easily come back in infinite time on Benny config time.
Yeah, they have great resolutions. Everything is superb right now.
Is it just Benny time?
It is not Benny time, 6 minutes 30 seconds until. But again, 50 dis for Struck Minds here. They just have to get a pick or leave. But again, they're just going to get pressured so hard.
Yeah, Matt is almost owned here, leaves a bit too late and gets caught by all of them. And there's still Ubrad. They actually do use it this choke. Big bomb from them, and Down actually winning his own fight alone in IT. This is so grim. They will have it on last, but Sumi plays dead. I think Blue will try to do something for the cap. They can play the cap, they have a bit of a peek. 14-second respawns on two of these players. It's pretty grim. Soldiers already through 5. They're straight onto Doge. They will get used. Down does die for that. Connor going for his own kill. Almost gets the spawn kill on Matt, but luckily Sheep is completely 2 shots in before that second rocket can come out. And they will at least give them a pretty solid second unless Enric can get some crazy stickies on this doorway.
So back crazy. Insane positioning from Sheep and Fang.
Oh, never mind. They get heaps of choke. They'll be able to roll this for free. Both teams are backing a little bit slowly in these disadvantages. Fights maybe not respecting each other enough. They're trying to do a bit of chaos. And speaking of doing some chaos, they're hiding lower left for this trade. And we saw this before. Actually, another trade. Sorry, Ubered. Hiding behind the point. And they managed to get out in time. Strike Minds. Only a kill or 2 here for Silvo in this Uber. I doubt they'll refight. Oh, that soldier almost lives as well. Yeah, I doubt they'll refight, but they'll wait for this Uberad. That could have gone really bad, Freaky. They're really, like, heads-up decision-making from Struck Mice not get caught by that. Down going for his own thing in IT, won't get anything this time. And this other soldier's been spotted. It looks like he's dog behind. Yeah, it looks like he's just going for his own stuff behind in sewer. They will come back for him here. I think he's good for a kill on the soldier, though. Oh, it does miss 2 crucial shots there. Unfortunate.
Connor with Perth Ping defeating that scout. Think about that.
While they're back to
he's
him,
not Perth Ping.
It's not Perth Ping, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, it's a free walk for them while they're 2 back for that player behind. But anyway, Down just gets the solo force himself. And now we're looking at another leapfrog again. Through IT this time.
90 days, lower IT. We're going to see maybe a...
It should be easy to scram here. It's so easy for them. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Enrith is on here. Might get a
Tacky on the court.
Yeah, Tacky on court. But, you know, that's the same that they did for Down. Leapfrog again. Not as huge ad this time for Strike Minds, and maybe pressure cook dry fight territory for soirée, considering that Uber is not very close. Fane's ready for it, though. He's going to go for this blind bomb. At least buy some time for him. And by the time the spawners are up here, I think they should be good, so it might just be another mid-push.
Another mid-push indeed, but only 30 ad. That's the thing, right? If they they're going to use straight back in after that little fight on mid.
Matt's going for the same bomb. Might actually get Enrith here. Oh, Enrith's lucky to get away.
Not getting anyone. Maybe Silvo does get the one, but again...
Everyone getting their single kill in the Ubereds, but yeah, get nothing here. And of course, because of the Ubered was so close, they're probably not even going to get cap here. Oh, perfect super from that, but doesn't find anything. They will be jumping out. I think this scout will be caught. Actually, not going to be caught. Oh no, just shoot. Cookie takes.
However, Down is behind. 1, 2, misses his second rocket.
Oh, he's back up this whole time. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, he went behind the Uber.
Yeah. And he's he almost lives. Almost lives behind. Lots of pressure with that cap time. Maybe giving Struck Minds a chance to dry fight into mid here, and it's still, it's 15% ad, might not end up mattering too much. But they're still doing what they can here. One soldier's a bit caught. Tachyon found here, gets bumped into on his way out, and cannot do anything. Should be a recap from soirée. That back cap time is not going to come into effect. And it will end up being even on second with the player down. I wonder if soirée can be fast enough to do something, or if it'll end up just being a bit of a pressure cook. Looks like they're good to chill. I mean, they are 2 rounds up as well. We talked about that. There's no reason to risk it. They're just going for their own stack. One soldier through Al-Qaeda, other soldier landing from very high. I don't think though he's at risk here. Silver goes in as well. And crazy random pipe from Enrith into the group of them does get a flick on the sheep. And
the
a crazy trap gets Doge as he walks forward. None of them saw it. Incredible from Enrith, just changing what was probably a not very good sack to a 2 kills with the medic dead. And Dork is straight on to last on the gun.
Yeah, the diverting eyes bomb, that was insane. Here we go,
probably
on
a bit unpressured at choke, Enrith, and he gets another one. He's perfect,
Okay.
isn't he? Isn't he perfect?
He is him. 5k from him though.
Yeah.
But again, second is getting captured here, but it is a lot of disad for struck mines.
And
It's only
Takian's still dead.
sheep door 5. It's
He's sniping. Okay, that'll delay a little bit, but they know the snipers are up now, probably going to use through the door, and they're nowhere close to Uber struck mines. Maybe this kill will help them. Oh, can't quite find it, sheep. And Uber's ending in heaven now. Doge does get out, and the gun's actually still alive. They do take out Tachyon. There's like 5 in heaven right now. It's so hard to get out for struck mines. But they do manage to get out to the right side, and this soldier is going to be owned by the heavy. Perfect tracking from Resident Heavy Sheep. And this is going to be slightly okay for struck mines. Still not quite close to Uber, but of course spawns favour the team that has the spawn door right there. Still trying to go for some cap time here. Lots of cap time. They do lose Cookie for it. I think Enrith and Lau are going to die for that, but it was a good attempt. But Silver is going to be back-capping while they chase. Lau might get out while they all turn around for that panic on the point. I think Lau is going to get out. It's still out for them, and they're doing 2 soldiers bombing this point. Sheep doesn't lose this in a million years. I've seen that clip before. And Lau not grinding while all those players sack for last. I do like that sack. I mean, it was worth it. They should have been moving, and there was so much cap time. And because of that delay as well, it almost is going to be even on second. Maybe they can deny these spawns? I'm not sure if they did. I don't think they did, yeah. Going to be even again. And Manny config about to be activated, so it's probably going to be first to 3.
First to 3 in 6 seconds
They're
here.
trying to play this as ad. They get a kill. Lots of damage on the end before that. Tachyon does get taken out by a sticky trap. Oh, Dork gets found on the flank. He's having a hard time. Cookie is running at him. But Fane on the end of the Uber from behind. Fusua does get loud, but I think the chaos is going to still favour Soirée. Just Sheep alive. It's not looking good for Struck Mines here on last. Tachyon needs to maybe go for something.
Silver just being
Silver has spawned sniper. I think he didn't expect that fight to go so well for them.
I-bomb from down is gonna not fail the edge bug above door 2.
Never mind, he failed it.
Never mind.
Edging streak over.
Here we go.
And they're fast under. Cookie's gonna... Doge is alone. No one comes back here and no one helps him. And all these players are dying. Cookie even gets away clean. He didn't take any damage at all. This is now, once again, horrible for Struck Mines. They're actually going to take this. A good blind dead from Matt gets them. Actually, so much damage in lobby. Matt's done like 500 damage in lobby.
This could be it here. They're all failing here. Sheep kills off Silver. Oh,
it's a complete wipe. I love that.
We're so back.
I mean, if you're going to take a fight, if you know you're going to have to take a fight, you might as well do it while the other team's stuck in the room, right? Don't do it. Don't let them out.
Exactly right. We
Doge is dead.
are so back.
We are so back. And they're going to get mid for free. Down might even get denied. No,
it's coming home.
Here we go. Ad for Doge.
30 ad. Doge. But again, there is no... Silver.
Sniping, yeah.
Yeah. He's below IT, looking through a lower IT. Just below the point there. Has been called out through lower lobby there.
Oh, yeah, blind dead. And then what? That's like literally 500 damage there, and then he goes back in.
Feint dead. That's the first pick. That's not looking good here for Struck Mines. But again, that ad is going to be in effect here. 20 ads still. Tachyon roll. They have to arrow that soldier. They trade it.
Ad's about to come into effect.
Here it is.
100%
20 ad. He wants to take it in.
Yeah, but this is
he understands it. He's going Super Saiyan into heaven. He's 90% though. Lau is 90%.
Lau might die. Yes, he does get him. And they're going to be living on the right at the end of this. Sheep does get bombed. I think Doge is okay. He's going to
Doge barely surviving.
Never mind, Doge is not okay.
What an arrow from Doge onto Dork! And it's just...
Oh my god. Can you believe Doge goes in there with 50 health to save Dork? It's insane. I think he's living as well. Wait, he might be the best medic to coach the game. That's so
That was too close to count there. But again, it is
They're
20
still
out
taking
since
this
they
drive
can
fight.
play
They're
out.
up and player. They're taking this. They're through Al-Qaeda. Dork and Sheep all the way through. These
Fane
soldiers
could be
for
caught.
sure dying, right?
A lot of damage onto, Connor
they
dead.
trade the soldiers. Still good for Struck Mines, I think. Oh, never mind. Cookie completely owns Tachyon, and now they're just wiping them. Oh, Cookie. Cookie's won this in a way that only the top Prem 6's combat scouts can win it. That looks so good for Struck Mines. I respect that fight like immensely. The really good drive fight, and it just does not go well. It goes really bad.
We have secured the control
Now Sheep's nothing.
Look.
Oh, he's watching the angle.
And
Oh,
that
no
heavy
headshot.
upcast. Oh, engineering.
He's actually having a bit of a rough day for Sniper, but they like respectfully, he's not getting many chances either. Like they are doing a good job at basically giving him a millisecond to get a shot before he gets spammed by Connor's rocket. And they're facing this out down again.
70 ad. Can Soirée take this out in a 3-0? Who knows? Looks like a door 3 used, which it is. And Ruth gets bopped a little bit though. Sentry gun's still up. Is not going to be any
And a
more.
great kill from Sheep on the immediately unflashed scout.
There goes Matt. That's one of the demos here, but the heavy is on, and Silver's just meat shot after meat
What
shot.
can you do
Lives
about
it.
heavy?
And the counter bomb from Tachyon kills off the mid, but it's
Oh, that
only
was so close.
just not
And
count.
Cookie's gone spy. We might see it.
Yes.
We might see it. We might see it.
Silver's by D-Cloaks in choke here. Going to go
Okay,
into
he's
the
not gonna
point.
get
This is definitely a med killer
Does he
here.
do it? It's a med killing spike.
Uncloaks.
And do we?
No one's
he
seen
can't
it.
get there in time.
He can.
He's gonna get
He's-
sticky killed.
he's going
He's
low
gonna die
right
to the
team.
next sticky bomb. He's gonna die to the.
He doesn't take
Matt,
the pack.
Please,
Matt,
please,
turn
Matt.
around!
He's got his
Yeah,
AirPods in.
Potterini does.
Oh,
Get
he does
it.
get him. That's so
Silver
hard.
still alive, but again, down is in for a
Oh,
little amount of
perfect denial
damage.
from the two scouts. Even with Matt down, I mean, this is still player ad. I player down, and Uber ad for them. Did Cookie
Silver.
respawn spy again?
Yeah, is Silver still alive? Lower
Oh,
right
he's still
T.
alive, he's still
Sees
alive.
good information from him. Calls it out.
yeah,
Upper right
yeah.
T, door 2. This is still ad. It's 30. Ad
Dodge,
here for Strike Mines.
please. Okay, he knows.
Takes it back. Oh my lord. Silver
Imagine Cookie gets in.
lives. He lived that
Oh,
during
and
that
Connor's spawn
entire...
camping Matt here. Matt maybe living on one? Oh no, never mind.
Oh! Connor
okay,
does
they
die
do trade at least. Matt's backup comes in very late, but they do manage to clean it up. With Matt down, maybe that's why I want to kind of do something. Actually, Cookie on him, so no good.
Exactly. Even it
Gonna be
is.
even again. Maybe
this-
Matt will let someone in spawn.
Nope.
Boring. Boring. Well,
Sheepdog 2 getting information
we might just see a trade.
It's gonna
3
be a
minutes, 25
pressure
on that
cook
timer. Yeah,
from
pressure
door
cook.
5 with the sentry gun down. Excuse me, and then a trade through 3.
Without having to worry about the sniper, they can be a little bit more aggressive with the pressure cook as well. Maybe kill one of these 5
Here
door
we go.
soldiers that are
Let's see
so
if
annoying.
I'm getting my prediction right here.
Yeah, they're through 5 already. Actually, all the way through. Oh, Fane almost dying for it, but does manage to live.
Oh, does get a
and
dog.
Dork gets caught on 2 door. And that'll spell the end of their attempt. They'll probably just
He,
have to
he
reset
tried to
that.
dodge the second rocket, but... Oh, the
Good
traps
counter
from that.
sack. Gets
Being a bit
dead
too
on my
greedy
map.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better spawn, of course, for the team that's offending here. Tachyon's having a quick peek, does get owned by the gun.
And so does Fane with the Connor
No.
bombing door 5. No solis.
No solis. Matt can do what he can to hold a door here, but probably has to give up a little bit of space. Cookie happy to stay on gun and happy to wait, looks like.
Now let's see if Fiend goes the off-class here, Fane. Oh.
Nope.
On
We gotta
Sonya.
see the spy. I mean, Cookie's brave enough to do it.
Only off-class is engineer. What are we doing here? Are we pressuring door 5 for the sentry gun?
I would say we're doing the same thing. It worked okay. They just managed to get picked off at the end, but maybe if Dork doesn't get killed, they were able to get the dispenser or gun with that. Matt's actually going for a scout demo trade onto the point. They're going to get the gun. Not much of a force happening yet, but maybe some cap time can be achieved. Matt gets all the buildings. Incredible. I thought he maybe
Spencer
got
down,
three
let's
kills.
push. Fane in
And
heaven.
Dork gets found again on the flank.
Haven't used yet.
Yeah, no use yet. They can
max
maybe
bomb.
try to force it some
And
cap
the
time, but Connor's going to be
engineer
behind.
pressure.
He's got 5 people leaving all through the same door. No one ready for him. Doge will be lucky to live. He's not living. Huge flood through 2 door there, but they just couldn't do anything with it, and they were there for so long. It's just a free flank for Connor.
Door sniper forwards.
Connor the angle. Oh, couldn't quite hit it. Maybe he can get a scout.
Oh!
Go for a third one.
Connor
Sheep and
gets...
Connor trading.
Yeah.
Not what you want to see, especially for your combo scope.
Doge. Yeah, Doge finally respawning though. Full dis here for the good old...
At least it's not full distant last.
Well, it's second, so it's going to look like last in a second.
It's going to look a lot like last.
This is pretty much last in itself here, but no one needs to die here.
Yeah, no one dying. Fane's very low, and they're going to be quick into lobby here. And Sheep on the gun, it's barely going to be up by the time they go. Cookie through 3. They can't find much. They're probably going to get the gun.
Dies.
Soirée solid on the right, actually killing Tekken as well. No cap time yet, and they are on the heavy that has been holding them this whole time. Sheep's going to get his own kills. Looks like they're going to clean up unless they get the cap. I think the aim from Sheep.
Ladies
Shut him.
and gentlemen, 3-0 GG's.
That's not what we expected, Freaky.
That is definitely not what I expected. Soirée take the grand finals in a very
And with that Sheep performance, look at that as well.
with a very unfamiliar ending. Actually, familiar ending. Sorry, apologies. But yeah, these logs.
Well, we expected a map. I mean, these guys were down to the wire at LAN.
100% there. 21 to 19, 30 to 16. Yeah, like very close, very close. As Ghost and Will said before the first map, it's down to the minute details of like plans, executing them, stuff like that. But holy moly.
I would love interviewer Wills to find out what they think went wrong in that.
Well, I have a surprise for you.
I mean, overall it's a really close game because obviously, again, watching it from both POVs. But Doge, okay, first of all, Doge dropped twice, and that's the only drops in the whole official. Probably just one thing to note.
Yeah.
And obviously, Doge had a really I think one of the drops was really unlucky, where I think he got random piped. I
And the other one was Sewer, right? With with this kind of play.
Yeah.
The other one was the soldier thing, but Doge was a bit of a timing thing, and again, it was really unlucky. But like, again, just plays behind and just causing chaos. But overall, I mean, it was a really close game back and forth. But Struck Minds, like, throughout the whole series, they only got one round, which, like, yes, in a way, it's good that they didn't get rolled on every map. They did put up a fight, but unfortunately, it was just, again, as we mentioned earlier, it's just coming down to the small details and people just going behind. Because when, on Process, for example, when I think it was Connor or Down, but regardless, so when one of them go behind, it sort of dragged like half their team just to go find the one soldier, or like at least more than one person had to go back just to deal with him, just because how much chaos they're doing. And like, obviously, when you look at overall for the performance for both both teams, and especially the soldiers, when you look at Struck Minds, Tachyon, and Fane, they had it was really, really rough on what they can do. And then you look at the side of Soirée, it's like everyone's sort of pulling their weight, but when you look at Struck Minds, like at one point I saw Sheep fighting World War III by himself on second. Like, it's almost like Sheep's trying to carry the team solo, in my opinion. But like, overall, Struck Minds, like, they put up a fight. Like, it just came down to the wire, especially some of those last pushes on Process. They were so close to closing out, but unfortunately it was just Loud getting Uber and then just general focus fires and just point play.
Yeah, it really was a shame to see them go down so quickly. It's not what I expected at all. I guess they never really picked up. Like, I knew it was going to be difficult at the beginning, how it normally has been throughout, multiple seasons and lands and stuff. But they just never really got going. It was kind of like it was just a bit sad to watch, especially Clearcut was not the Struck Minds I've ever seen.
Not my Struck Minds.
No. Yeah, and then when you lose that map that convincingly, which is the one everyone thinks you're gonna win, going into the this third
Final,
map, this Process one, which is like up in the air of who's gonna win. It's like you're already it takes a lot to
broken. And then like another thing to note is I think the only mid fight that Struck Minds won on Process was the Doge deciding to play height, which surprisingly worked out.
It was awesome.
But then otherwise, like, Soirée just basically had full control, and I guess, like, congratulations Soirée, ozfortress Season 41 champions, and undisputedly, I guess, the best team in our region here in ozfortress.
Yeah, they just, like, it honestly might be the best they've ever looked right now. Soirée, they're I mean, I'm fairly new to ozfortress, so I don't know how soirée was back in the past, but the past, compared to the past like 5 seasons, this is the best they've looked by far. Like totally dominant, and I would expect to see them continue this. It'd be very interesting to see what their plans are going forward with this sort of stuff. But
definitely,
yeah, what a shake-up grand final.
I mean, look, again, I think despite what the score shows, like I think it was just down to the wire for a lot of the fights and a lot of everything, especially as we mentioned earlier, just post-Uber fights as well. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing really else for me to add. I'm not sure if wils or again Freaky Turris, if there's anything else to add. Otherwise, I guess we will be heading to interviews potentially.
I'm at a loss. I need to hear what they think.
Matt,
we may. Would we have just sheep? Is that what's going on?
I believe for the moment. I mean,
surely.
I guess we'll just. I mean, we'll
Dragon
start.
Wow.
We'll start.
Surely just throw in
Just
Cookie in here.
Put everyone in. Put everyone in.
No, why? God. Okay.
Awesome. Sup, gang?
Hello.
Why is Phoenix in here? Why is Phoenix? I guess we're doing interviews then.
Interviews, yeah. This is it. Wils, you want to start us off?
Yeah,
you want to ask?
I'll start us off. I'll ask Cookie because he's team leader, I guess. How were you expecting such a dominant performance today? I guess the obvious question.
I don't know actually, to be honest.
Fair enough. I guess you went to the game open-headed or open-minded, I suppose. Like whatever happens, happens.
I definitely didn't go in super cocky or anything because I'm bad. I don't know about the rest of them.
Did the rest of your team expect this outcome, like Silvo or down?
This is how I play. As I always do. I don't care who we verse.
Fair enough. Sounds pretty confident to me. Yeah. What about when you guys played Clearcut? So it was obviously their pick, and in the past they've been a bit more dominant on Koth. Not so much recently, but definitely in the past. Did you expect this like getting caught by a lot of Ubers and just wiping the floor with them?
I guess I'll keep talking. But you're actually completely right. We were getting rolled on that map, so we actually put a decent amount of work into it to try and we thought we were just not on the same page. We had shit Ubers, we were getting caught by their Ubers, so it was really tidying it up. So pretty proud of our Clearcut and how we turned it around.
I mean, just to tie on to Will's question, would you say as well that's the same for your, in general, post-Uber fights for across all the maps tonight? Obviously, Gullywash, Clearcut, and our process. Would you say that's the same thing for the other maps? Because your post-Uber fights were really, really good. It was, post-Uber fight, and then it's just basically, obviously, you guys calling focuses. Would you say that's also part of the Clearcut, brushing it up and then affecting the other maps as well?
Good question, Ghost. Yeah, I think so. I think generally we played a lot tighter. Me and Lau didn't beef as much. It was, our post-Uber collapses were really good. It seemed like we were much more coordinated than normal. I think, the starting point is just making sure we have good pos for the good Ubers or not getting caught, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. What do you expect going forward? I suppose, it's so you play a really dominant game today, and you were totally, in my opinion, you were totally in control of every single map. What do you kind of do next now? Any plans?
Nothing much.
Someone else from...
We're gonna have a nice Christmas break and
everyone's gonna have a nice Christmas.
Have a nice holiday.
Sing some carols and shit.
I guess that's a good way to go forward.
I mean, one thing, probably start from top. Obviously, with the veto regarding the maps, and obviously this goes to both teams. I believe we have Dork, and is it Sheep? Or maybe just Dork from?
I think we just have Dork.
Okay,
so Dork, if you'd be willing to be generous and answer a question, I know it's hard after a rough loss. I would love your input, dog.
But I mean, regarding the veto, was it sort of what you expected? Obviously, one thing to note, and obviously the trend throughout the season was that Rekner for, I believe it was soirée. I could be flipping it around, but regardless though, you guys permabanned Rekner, and obviously for the side of Struck Minds, they permabanned Metalworks. Was it the veto sort of you expected tonight with what it is? Obviously leaving sort of floating Metalworks, and that's for leaving it in, for the veto.
Yeah, I think it was pretty normal vetoes. And I reckon this is a shit map. We don't want to play it. I don't think the other regions play it. So fuck that map. we got Gully. Gully's a good map. We're really good at Gully. They kind of haven't been good at Gully, so it was a pretty easy pick. They got Clearcut in. Like, we knew they were going to pick all Koth. So they picked Clearcut, and we got to pick... Well, we got to ban the next map, so we got to choose the other Koth map that they would pick.
Yeah.
And we were more comfortable with Bagel, so we took out Via. And... I don't know, the picks were pretty expected, I think. Like, they were always going to pick Koth. We picked Gully because we like it. I was going to go.
I mean, you guys have been scrimming each other as well, just basically throughout the whole season non-stop, and I'm assuming, like, you're almost, like, knowing how each other's going to play, basically, would you say, in a way?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you find playing each other so much, there's probably a lot of, like, counter-stratting and meta going on with how intimately you know each other as players and as teams. Do you think there were big changes in tonight's game, or is it kind of the same as you would normally expect? Yeah,
I think because we've scrimmed Gullywash maybe every night we've scrimmed for the last month, and we've convincingly won. And I think they put some effort into Gully because they were playing it quite differently, which was really good. Like they had a 6-second hold. We couldn't figure out how to break the stalemate into their second.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Mid-fights were, I don't know what the stats were on the mid-fights, but I feel like their mids improved quite a bit.
I mean, on Process, the only mid-fight that they won was Doge playing Height, which was some tech.
Is Dork here? Are you here, Dork? I know, like Turris said, it's difficult after a hard loss. I just wanted to kind of get your understanding, like, after Clearcut. I guess it wasn't the result you guys expected?
No.
Definitely not, yeah. Do you think you know why that was the result? Or any particular reason?
Not really. I think we just played worse TF2.
Yeah, fair enough.
Doge died a lot more than Lau, I think 4 times more, and we just didn't kill the soldiers or look out for their bombs.
Yeah. As Elmo was saying while we were casting it, I think he believed it was like the main problem was, you know, both soldiers were just like unaccounted for behind, just doing what they wanted really. Which is a shame, yeah. What about after losing that map, going into Process, how was like the team feeling? Was it kind of, did you kind of go, oh, we've done this before, we can come back, or was it a bit dire?
I don't know, I think everyone was kind of a bit disappointed after losing, like, that pick specifically. I don't think we thought we couldn't win, but I think the mood was definitely lower than it had been on the previous 2 maps.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions for other people?
I mean, I guess question to Dork. Obviously, again, commiserations. I mean, obviously, Will's mentioned it earlier regarding obviously the map, but I guess plans for next season for you guys now. Obviously, now we're coming into off season.
Nah, I don't think there's any plans. Nah, I don't think we're going to play next season. As this team, at least.
Well, you heard it here.
It'd be interesting to see what Sheep does as well. I feel like he's just gonna start trolling now. just play like BLG and stuff.
He's had enough with Combo Scout. He wants to be Unchained.
Yeah,
run around and kill.
Yeah, he's gonna that'll be an interesting one to see what he does next season as well. But yeah. Okay. Well, I suppose if there aren't any more questions, we do shoutouts, Mitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Shoutouts.
Shoutouts. We'll start with well, Hawk can't speak, so I guess no shoutouts for him. For Connor.
I'll just shout out everyone that played the game today because the whole season's been pretty fun. Just like scrims, matches, all that. So yeah.
Cookie.
Yeah, I'll echo that. Shout out to everyone today, casters, and yeah, usual people. You guys know who you are.
Liam.
Yeah, same thing. Thanks for games and thanks you guys for casting.
Enrith.
Yeah, thanks Dork and your team for a fun season. Like both our teams improved quite a bit over the season. Like it was pretty fun. And a big shout out to our subs this season because our team had terrible availability. So thanks to Riot, Yachty, Miramu, and Elmo for filling in.
What about Wils?
I got cut right at the start of the season. Okay, Freaky, do you have any shoutouts?
Shout out to everyone, especially these two teams. Yeah, big shout out to Ghost. Red pill or blue pill, but anyways.
Do you have anyone, Ghost?
Obviously, thanks for both teams for playing, and obviously thanks for people for casting tonight. And yeah, it was a really close game and really, really exciting to watch. And obviously, yeah, shout out Cookie for being the PA. I mean, yeah, for his team, doing all the interviews.
Lau?
Shout out to you guys for casting, the enemy team for playing, my team for making me a better player, and our subs for playing our officials.
Mitch, do you want to do a shout out? Yeah, I will at the end. I was going to do it anyway. Okay.
That's my shout out.
Turris, that's your
Shout out to Summer Brawl. January 11th. Will you be there, Wils?
I actually won't this time. It's like the first lane I'm missing. I know. I may be in remotely casting. We'll have to find out. So
I'll be there. Freaky, Joy, you'll be there.
I will be there, yes.
And we're looking at a pretty solid, not quite this tier grand final, but I mean, like the Elmo, Sam, Jasmine reform looks pretty cool. Along with the Ascension plus Connor, it looks very strong, and I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, there's like 3 teams that could take it, right? Like it's actually pretty close,
depends
right?
if I'm bad or not.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But it could be interesting. I mean, the last Summer Brawl would go so hard.
Yeah, if I did it a second time, they're not going to be happy with me with the seating plan.
Yeah. And then I guess I'll do my shoutouts. Shoutouts to both teams, and especially Struck Minds as well. Like, I don't know. I feel like they put in a lot of effort to try and help out Witness. So good job, guys. And then shout out Kevin and Altombo. That's all. And with that, unless anyone else has anything else to say, I suppose that's been season 41 grand final. 41. The way of soirée.
Good job, guys. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you, everyone.
Summer Brawl.
Bye-bye. See you at LAN.
Why?